Всем здравствуйте, всем привет. Как у вас дела у всех? Так, ребят. Сейчас я сделаю превьюшку. Так. Так.
So much legacy in these very halls, and the Kingslayers, they now enter the cathedral. Now only Spirit remains between them and going where they have never
Так.
before. And I say only, Jacob, it is only the best player of 2024. It's only Donk and his disciples that MOUZ have to best if they want any hope of glory tonight.
It's going to be a massive task for MOUZ, there's no doubt about it. Winning against Vitality yesterday was a step in the right direction. Getting into this grand final is a massive achievement in itself, but you're right, Freya. In order to hoist the trophy, you have to take down Donk, who currently, according to me, is the best playing player in the entire world. As Yanko said as well, when he's on the server, there's no game that is out of reach for Spirit, and MOUZ will have to respect that fact from start to finish.
Yeah, but you said the key words right there is MOUZ have to beat Donk. It's supposed to be MOUZ have to beat Spirit. And who knows if we're going to get that on the stage today, but MOUZ have created this opportunity by taking down Vitality in the semifinals. All they have to do now is go out and seize it. It's right there in front of them. This will be an incredible missed opportunity if they let it slip.
Spirit has played spoiler before. I mean, they came out of nowhere really in Katowice last year, and even at the final event of the year in Shanghai, they weren't really the main favorite for the event, but they just find a way to get it done, to persevere. Their supports find a way to step up, to do just enough to help out Donk. And for MOUZ, what better test? You just took down the best team in the world. Now you have to be the best player in the world.
They say if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. Gentlemen, where do your predictions lay for this grand final?
I think given what we've seen so far in this tournament, Spirit have been the better playing team. They also faced each other in the group stage, as we already discussed, where Spirit ended up winning a very close series. I think MOUZ have been getting better, slowly but surely. The quarterfinal against Freya wasn't pretty. Yesterday against Vitality was much better, but I will say this. Unless MOUZ plays their A game today, I have Spirit winning.
It's destined for MOUZ. I don't think the rookie is yet ready on Team Spirit. I think MOUZ, pushed by the win yesterday against Vitality, win here in the final.
Yeah, I'm taking MOUZ as well, 3-1. I don't think they're going to let this one slip. I think Torji and Exertion are ready to take that next step into superstardom. And even if Donk plays like 2 players today, it's not going to be enough to match how deep this MOUZ roster goes.
Well, so many crave, but so few earn the right to call yourself an IEM Cologne champion tonight. One will carve their name into the cathedral. It's Spirit versus MOUZ.
A grand final on Counter-Strike's greatest stage, where legacies are forged, where legends are made. Tonight, in the Lanxess, we witness greatness.
Вот он, ребят. Вот он. Кубок. Хочу сказать, что сегодня у меня не сильно лагает. Всего лишь секунд 5 это. Итак. Мираж. Первая карта Мираж. Это, похоже, выбор. Выбор. Кого? Да. А, ребят, я забыл сказать то, что тут... Я вам забыл сказать то, что тут до 3 побед. Тут до 3 побед. Видите, да? В гранд-финале до 3 побед. И я забыл. Блин, какой дурак. Забыл. Совсем сделать надпись. Так, сейчас быстренько.
Donk has to have the right read. Spirit have to put him in the right place. But MOUZ take that pistol round.
Первый раунд проигрывают Team Spirit.
High energy on MOUZ, but this is a BO5 that feels like it's going to go the distance. No clear victor. No guarantees.
Но это всего лишь пистолетный раунд, как я много раз говорил. 3 побед очень интересная игра. Мне кажется, у нее будет долго, наверное, даже. Мираж — это карта для спецназа.
Safe bet. Spirit, they don't care. Donk likes to silence the crowd. Spirit are used to playing the villain.
Так, кричат Let's go MOUZ, фанаты MOUZ.
New boy on his first stage.
И Звейх убивает. И Зонтикс убивает, к сожалению. И что? Так, секунду, ребят. Секунду, ребят. Все. Так.
Hardly a pretty picture with Spirit armed and dangerous. Now let's go back to the B side.
Итак.
Zontic's ready to give this up. If the spillover comes into MOUZ, they don't have to live and die on this B position. Tucked in, 2 players. MOUZ waiting that ramp smoke before they do anything. Can Roland make them panic?
Сидят пока что MOUZ, выжидает своего момента. Бром пытается в соло зайти на А, делает раскид. А они будут все заходить на Б. Бром кидает молотов, и сейчас они будут все выходить на Б. Сёпер дает информацию, что это Б. Зонтик, в свою очередь, убивает. Вот Донг подключается. Донг тут один. Но нет, не один. За Мирославом. Они тут. И все, и все. Второй раунд за Team Spirit. Так. Джимпад, Бролом, Хершин. Вот Иван Гогин своих. Спирит. Слышно, что кричат? Если да, то напишите. Мы за спиритов. Вперед, спирит. Кричат фанаты Let's Go MOUZ. Понятно, что это фанаты MOUZ. Ну, может быть, не только фанаты MOUZ, может, Нави. Может быть, всех обидчиков. Всех те команды, все фанаты тех, кого обидели. Спириты. На Кельне. Чоппер увидел то, что пытается зарашить Б. Они все равно идут. Чоппер! 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 Ой-ой-ой, какая граната от зонтика. И просто зонтик с Шира и Чоппер просто очищают Б. Как будто пылесос, который собирает пыль. Донг на миду, и Донка убивают. Ой-ой-ой. Ой-ой-ой. Шира убивает Хершина. Можно спокойно и выиграть. Чоппер сейчас убьет Джимпата. Это будет очень хорошо. Сейчас могут Шира убить. Но Шира не идет. Он дефает свой авик. Тайм-аут от Team Spirit. Мираж. Донг в недоумении от своих тиммейтов. Что, не прикрыли его?
reaffirm themselves.
Смог кидает в окно. Маус.
Battling for the early stages of Mirage here, and this is MOUZ's chance to pull themselves up into the lead again. It's all about the mid control, and I mean, you know who you're going to face if this is the real estate you're
Даня Донг тут все чекает.
Roland.
Фух. И Даня Донг убивает Бролана.
Head-to-head versus Donk. This time Donk comes out looking better. It's not that 5v4 for MOUZ. They lose their captain. He's now leading from beyond the grave, and they entirely look to vacate mid.
Spirit immediately changed the setup coming into this round after Brolin's pathing last time. Shiro covering that upper mid cross. Donk having lower. The two
Пытаются они сейчас все
on Spirit controlling most
сужаться под А. Все маузы.
pullbacks. Shiro rotates with that AWP. Donk hangs around. Low health. Rarely holds him back. Sway, good timing on that smoke. 40 seconds here. MOUZ are surrounding him.
40 секунд для маузов.
Good bit of info. The drop down just allows Spinks to be much more aware of what he's running into.
Широ убивает Спинкса, а жемпад Донка. Вот своих!
Swab gets past Jimmy. For Exertion and Torshi, this is a rough round now. They're split up. This smoke down, cutting the site in half. It's not going to be easy for Torshi to try and plant this bomb. Exertion with cover. Oh, there's Shiro to stop it. No plants for MOUZ. No chance for Exertion.
Wait, whoa, chill.
Shiro gave him a
Широ!
but Exertion have one chance to make that work. One up
Эх.
and it's just going to miss the mark.
Already some chaos showing, right? Both players fighting with 5 seconds
Так.
left. It's an impossibility to
Хорошо, хорошо.
survive. Shiro
Хорошая игра.
happens by the skin of his teeth. Shiro, the epitome of a safe pair of hands, knows how to live, knows how to play out the round to the last second. He survives for Spirit. MOUZ forced by up with a couple of guns.
Выигрывают спирит раунд. Тут мне уже показалось, что проиграли, и я вздохнула аж.
MOUZ hero gun round, yeah. This is a move you're going to see a lot from Spirit later in the game when they're the ones on this T side.
Nice for Torshi to come out and support Exertion, who saves his gun. Can they put them in the right place? That window boost a bit awkward. Zontix catches a whiff.
Jimmy does that boost because he has armor as well, so still armed and dangerous here. Goes back for the window fight. Zontix is just locking down this half of the map. Pulls Donk around with the nade, and he gets there just in time to find Jimmy on the creep out through lower.
They're fearless. Another nade, it's a slam dunk, does deny, Spinks anything in this round, and armorless is Brolin. Donk's just gonna swing on 10 health. Fearless. It's a matter of time here for Brolin. Spirit make it so. 5-2 lead on the CT side.
Спирит выигрывают раунд очередной.
Spotted. They saw like two guys in the round, but the nades raining in. Zontix on peeks out from window. Proves to be too much. And those guns don't make a dent.
It's just been a good sign across the board here for Spirit, right? It's not just been the Donk show, although he's taking his typical fight. Everyone's getting involved. Sway holding always for one on this A side. Zontix, different positions every time he's the short player. We've seen him under balcony. We've seen him fighting window. Right now, Spirit are hard to read. Can MOUZ get a grip on it?
Hoping that pause has answers. The thing that's looking and feeling concerning right now for Spirit is it's been a team effort. You've seen games even in the playoffs where Donk had to be the one-man army. We all remember his ace round 2 kills, plants the bomb, clutches up at 10 HP. Right now it's a very even distribution for Spirit. There's not a weak link in sight. So often it feels like if you can get past Donk, you can get past Spirit. Not looking to be the case in this game.
Huddling up in a grand final, that's what they play for. Spirit, who are no stranger to the stage. MOUZ only started to break into these trophies on stages this year alone. Exertion up short, overwhelmed.
Зонтикса забирают.
Traded, but still, Spirit are happy with that. Don controlling this connector smoke, and Brolin's being very loud about it, but this is all a distraction for the meantime.
Chopper now hears the footsteps. He's going to instantly start calling these rotates if they're required. Chopper, a hell of a lot of damage, and that second man on his way. Shiro playing with confidence here, looking to charge down Torshi on the plant.
Dink is called, and Shiro, who believes in his captain, just runs him down. Wins the round single-handedly with that move. Bomb plant denied. And Jimmy just has to save.
MOUZ have to stem the bleeding, man. This is starting to feel kind of rough. Spirit really in full control over this game.
2-6.
It's been little isolated one and done incidences for MOUZ. All the streaks that belong to Spirit, and that's leaving them in a very powerful position here.
Yeah, I think the fear is, MOUZ used so much energy taking down Vitality yesterday, and obviously they've been thinking about that for months. That's all they've been trying to do. They finally do it. It takes a masterclass game from both Exertion and Torshi. And then you've got to find more motivation. You've got to level up again in a grand final the day later. Against a team, while typically you've had their number this year, Spirit winning in the group stage of this very event. And none of those games being clean, none of them ever being easy for either team when these guys match up.
What Brolin's preparing here, he's taking some time out to speak to
Так, Брон с бомбой. Идут на Б, похоже.
Torshi with smokes. Scary that he's throwing the smokes, that he's worried about the A ramp push.
Don't worry, Spirit are playing safe. They're in
Так.
interest of giving up this round. Zontic's even pulling back on this B site in time as well to support Chopper. This is the full MOUZ roster moving in. The nade is ready, maybe to break the smoke.
These two players in B are going to be looking at short. I'm pretty sure that window smoke has missed, and so both players for Spirit just fixated on the
Чоппер! Минус 4!
attack. Chopper, 4 kills deep.
Минус 5! Чоппер!
And a strafe run through the apartments. It's a clean finish for Spirit.
Now they're making the easy rounds look even easier. Not a good sign for MOUZ on their map pick to start this one off. Second time out coming in. Cyclone trying to calm the troops down. Torshi brings out his first AWP, and this has to hit. Like we've been setting up, these two stars of the show that showed up against Vitality are required to beat down on Spirit. For Exertion, it's been a rough go so far. Some whiffed shots, messy sprays. And Torshi make up with some pinpoint precision.
Torshi really roaming, and he just got a little whiff of Shiro there, seeing the barrel of that orb. Torshi knows this is a tantalizing prospect. He's tunnel visioned right now on the promise of this opener out from spawn.
Careful though. Oh my, three peaks
Так.
in with the smoke down. He still finds the shot.
Широ! Диман делает минус 2.
MOUZ is dead on arrival.
I mean, we just sat on
Porsche's POV for like 20 seconds. You saw how long he was holding that for. The moment he moved off the angle with Spinks coming in, that's when Shiro peaks. And that is peak frustration for MOUZ.
Хершин и Зонтикс. И Зонтикс первый успевает на реакцию.
Shiro 11-2. Chopper alongside him. We're even seeing Sway look more comfortable as well, willing to take fights, not sit back on his laurels. A player who every game he's played after Spirit says, yes, it was good, but I could have done more. I could have played better. I haven't showed myself just yet. Well, maybe a grand final is the perfect place to do it. Magic's would have.
Straws. I mean, this is running the risk of being their slowest start
Итак.
in the playoffs thus far. Yesterday, similar scoreline in that semi-final versus Vitality, but they went on to kind of return to form in that. They gave themselves enough room. The big worry is that 2 rounds simply isn't enough. They need some degree of purchase here. They're hoping Spinks with a hero Galil, another one of these cobbled together buys, will be enough to break through the Spirit ranks. This is a game. Chopper and Shiro are the ones topping the charts. That's not an indictment of anyone else. Donk 8-3, far from problematic. Zontics being a nuisance. Feels like you're always meeting him in a different position for someone who's supposed to be finding themselves over towards this B site.
The window boost would be the way in. You've got to get past Donk. The first piece of the puzzle, Zontics forces that kill.
Зонтик просто делает неимоверные вещи.
No, they haven't had the initiative in this game. That is very much belonged to Team Spirit. Trying to claw it away with the pistol.
2-9.
The pace has just been underwhelming for MOUZ, right? They've had no go-get-em attitude. They've not done any fast splits, no quick executes. A couple of times going towards B, even in weakest setups, Chopper's holding his own for a multi-kill every single time. MOUZ needs some energy. To be reignited on this T side, because right now Spirit are just saying thank you for taking down Vitality, we'll meet you there. A Spirit who, oh, not again.
They've missed that now a couple of times.
It's disastrous. It might cost you. Lucky to be living, not for long.
Дом делает -2.
Doesn't feel the pressure to have to keep taking these fights in mid. The rest of his team are playing a damn good game. Don could just ease back into this 4-on-2. He's done the hard work on the round.
This is where your closers should be reliable. Shiro should be able to shut this down. Sway still unwavering in the bomb site. And sure, MOUZ get the bomb. They get to reset off of middle, but is that really a means to an end? Their end, perhaps. Spirit waits for even a warning sign on this A site.
As kind of already know, they're not going to get an overplay here. They're going to have to go and seek their fortune. And there's Spinks.
Ooh.
Jimmy out next and dead at the hands of the Shiro Orb. This is Spirit setting a very worrying precedent to open this grand final. It's MOUZ's pick and Mirage. It's not going
2-10.
as they lock in double digits on the half.
They look like they can go on forever. And And it's only the first map.
My brain feels like scrambled eggs after that marathon. Seriously, how do you recover from this?
I don't know, man. Looks like a long run. We need a quick reset.
Hey, cheer up, boys. It's only a best of 5. Refuel yourself.
You were talking about the clutch, right?
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I guess.
This grand final with a point to prove, 10-2 up. One of the only criticisms you've ever looked to levy against Team Spirit, the lack of support around Donk. Well, here they are all hitting hard. They are all playing lights out. For MOUZ, this is the slowest start they've had yet in the playoffs. To say it's going to be an uphill battle to try and recover on their pick, a Mirage is an understatement. It's going to start right away in this pistol round.
Yeah, looking scared, looking timid for MOUZ, a team that took down the world's best yesterday, comes in quiet and cold to their map pick. Pistol or bust here. Spirit with an execute. They love this A site in this opening round. Smokes land fast and Xerxion's pushed out. It's going to have to be a retake for MOUZ.
The way you wanted it to go, but a contingency you were certainly prepared for. Retake set up, util aplenty. Kit for Brolin, but an immediate dink done on a Torshi. That's a nice nade kill.
Bomb denied. Back again. Ooh, they changed the spot. Back in spawn. More dinks land for Spirit. Damage done.
What they planted for, you wonder if they're going to try and set Donk up. Fight for this CP control. He's got Sway here to back him up.
Effort.
End up kind of tagging each other and strung out in no man's land. MOUZ looking for that first step in the marathon comeback. The pistol round, the first requirement, and they haven't fallen down. Defused held, round secured, and a lifeline has just presented itself to MOUZ.
Yeah, they've got to drag themselves back to shore on this CT side. And sure, we've seen a lot of comebacks in this tournament. Some one-sided close up very quickly. But nothing's guaranteed till you get Spirit on Eco. This force is coming in. MOUZ can use the crowd's energy. Spirit drown it out. A cold and unwavering machine, uninterested in what the people want.
when it's a spirit force by, you can never get too ahead of yourselves. Interesting note, it's away with the Galil.
Donk doesn't take less than an AK.
Man, a high standards and fair enough. Trying to get it done with the D. Spirit is setting their sights on the A-bomb site once again. Brolin will be under the microscope. He's got exertion nearby. Torshi just moving around at the perfect moment. Brolin putting his pieces in order.
Retake will be uncomfortable with no utility for MOUZ. They've got to thin the herd early. They need these couple of opening kills.
Moved everyone around to the right place at the right time has Brolin. And he's got the shots to back it up. They will start to spill over, but that damage you were looking for, that's been done. Zontix and Chopper both low, both wounded, and as exertion hides in there. There's smoke. That was supposed to be the MOUZ's advantage.
Oh dear.
The rest of MOUZ move in and will make up for it.
4-10.
They recover that. No weirdness. No spirit force by win.
Torshi 3K sets him up for an AWP very soon here for MOUZ. It's a good sign if they're going to believe in the comeback on their map pick. Close but no cigar here for Team Spirit. A team that would love to make this clean. Blown out of Katowice final against Vitality. Spirit aren't here for a competitive game. They're here to make a statement. They're here to do what was done to them. For that, we've got to wait one more round. MOUZ do the housekeeping.
I mean, look, this is the first streak of rounds that MOUZ have been able to embark upon in this game yet. You didn't fall down to Spirit's secret weapon of those 4 spies. Maybe the worst kept secret. You stood the test of time there. And so now you face them in the rifle round. You're gonna have a share.
Итак, 5-10, половина и против 10. Половина 10 против 10. Спирит попытается, наверное, пропушить все-таки Б сейчас. Где бомба? Где бомба?
These T-side rounds for Spirit have felt very slowly on maps like Nuke. We saw it yesterday, not making quick moves, arguably waiting far too long to get going. So to make a statement in this first round would be very important. Don coming out under pretty early. Spirit walked through the smokes.
Так.
MOUZ preempted with the util. It's not too bad. It's going to leave Donk on a lurk. Not typically where he's found. Trying to backstab MOUZ.
I mean, the way this round is playing speaks to the familiarity between these squads, right? It's a trade of positions at these perfect timings. MOUZ with a solid understanding of the tempo Spirit like to play at. Spirit knowing these aggression routes, these paths that MOUZ look for to open up. Are they ready for a double setup in at the ramp? That's about the best start you could have hoped for.
Oh, wow.
Goes fishing for a little bit more. Torshi has to stand up, though. He's now the only guy left over here at A, and that's because Donk's gone on this tear through the back. Torshi, work cut out for it.
Wow.
No problem for Donk. Jimmy wondering how.
Король Донк. Король Донк. Офигеть. 4 килла. Получается у Донка.
Holds the MVP, the highest rated MVP for both Katowice and the Major. He looks to add Cologne into that book. He looks for the trinity of trophies in Cologne, Kato, and a Major. 2 out of 3 in less than 2 years on the scene. Donk's undeniable. And he delivers
Так.
Spirit that knockout round.
Так.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've been talking about how it's felt like a real team effort for Team Spirit. It's nice to know Don can still
Бролан.
take control of a round single-handedly.
Even when things go so wrong, that push on ramp with the MP9 finding a double kill. MOUZ leaves Spirit in limbo, and Donk just ducks under it.
Итак. Хёшин поджидает из... пока кто-то выйдет из андера. А в андере получается кто у нас? В андере у нас Чоппер. Чоппер в андере.
Teams know these mid-fights will be available if they go looking for them. Up until now, MOUZ haven't minded leaving this part of the map a little more empty, but we're going to see a change here.
Больно Чопперу. Очень много снесло. 56 хп аж с бомбы. О нет! Зонтикс! Ой, они пропушили бы это очень хорошо. Спирит, ставьте бомбу. Зонтикс попытается... Зонтикс! Ай, зря. Не зря, а... Блин, жалко, что не попал. В Бролана хотя бы одной пулькой тогда бы убил. Шира, не туда смотришь. Да-да-да, правильно, правильно. Как Шира? У Спирит нет никаких гранат, это очень плохо. Звейх ждет в китчене. Ай-яй-яй. Шира! Шира! Ай, надо было поставить не туда бомбу, надо было поставить на Звейха. То есть в китчен надо было поставить бомбу. Умный венгер. Убивает Шира. Мало фанатов Спирит как-то на трибунах. Как вы думаете, в чат прямо сейчас, ребят, напишите, прямо вот сейчас, вот смотрите, напишите в чат, сколько тут примерно людей. Мне кажется, 1030, наверное, 1040. Напишите вы в чат, сколько тут людей. Как вы думаете, по вашему мнению? Сейчас под флешки будет вылетать под Б. Спирит. Джимпа тут же все понял. Как Спинкс это делает? 33 333? Может быть, может быть, может быть. Может быть 33 333. Все может быть. Может и 44 440. 444. Или... Ой-ой-ой, не попал, не попал, не попал смоком. Не попал смоком Чоппер. Зонтик ничего не подозревает. Ой. Это было жестко.
It's a huge pickup. And what a time for Spinks to get activated, right? It's been him and Exertion kind of having this rough, rocky start for MOUZ. But putting up 2, and it's Donk that he stops first on that sprint out through the apartments.
Ой-ой-ой, ну конечно тут Спинкс сделал грязи.
In this team kind of enables you to remain competitive even when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel for a buy.
This is no longer what Spirit wanted. A nice, quick, easy beginning to this VO5 final. Reality sets in. They're going to have to work for even this map. Well, they've done it once before. This is still a grudge match. This is still a game.
Итак.
After that Austin quarterfinal, denying them yet another run in a major.
Как вы думаете, ребят, в какой стране происходит действие на карте Мираж? Мне кажется, какой-нибудь Афганистан.
The only trophy that last year this team went out in last place at Cologne. Quite the return to form. 30 seconds here. Spirit setting their sights on B.
Oh, it's an awkward spray for
Ой-ой-ой. Уй.
You can't rotate here.
And now they're trapped. There's a reason they call this the murder hole, and Chopper might have to teach them that lesson. Roland trying to come up with a way to get through. Angles the molly around that corner, banks it into Chopper.
Still slows them down.
It's wasted a lot of time. Donk's been put up on this boost, and Shiro watching on from the car. MOUZ having to make their mind up. Do they want to
Сирия? Сирия, да? Ну, может быть, да. Может быть и Сирия. Ну, вот я думаю. Мне кажется, что Афганистан. Но Сирия, кстати, тоже очень похоже тоже, да. Может быть, Пакистан. Вообще. Спирит в одном раунде. От первой победы пока что. Бир Спирит абсолютно кинула. I think there's 4 IEM major win disgraced. Так. Тайм-аут берут Маузы. Маузы на своей же карте проигрывают. Мне кажется, что Спирит поняли этот урок после поражения. Не поражения, чуть не поражения от Нави. Так, сейчас мы видели фаната Team Liquid.
Spirit hunting for the W. Spirit looking for the win. And even though it becomes a bit more labored than that initial 10-2 scoreline, still yet to have had that moment where MOUZ felt truly in this opening map.
That was their chance, right? Taking the money of Spirit. That was meant to be the way in for MOUZ. Immediately responded by a force buy. Spirit's aggressive purchase sets them up. And a scoreboard I've just never seen for Spirit. A full team game. No weak link in sight. Everyone holding their own. Donk 1 kill above the rest. And Sway been reliable in his positions while 11 and 11. There's nothing to hate right now about this Spirit in the second half.
Так. Похоже, будут пушить также Б. И Дон почти убивает. Тоже здесь. Чоппер.
This map yet, and Chopper continues to chip away at it. Jimmy's tried and failed in some of these big guys just been triple mollied, but he's still back there. I mean, they certainly think this is clear. What a
Donk.
from Donk! Why would he be looking there? 3 Molotovs to flush out Jimmy, and he still gets cleared. He thought he had the other
Шира.
guys. He thought maybe he could
Не
be
попадает.
pick it, but no.
Торс здесь.
Spirit have swarmed.
Своих убивает Торс здесь. Спинкс. Это победа, Спирит, на первой карте, на карте Мираж.
Final, and they're doing it as a team. Chopper is savoring this moment.
107 657 зрителей сейчас наблюдают только на ESL, на их основном канале.
MOUZ's Mirage buried 6 feet under.
Фон Бум. Что на футболке? Маус. Почему фон Бум? Я не понимаю.
One short, one short. One short. One flash. He's one short, one backside. Trippy. Short and backside. Backside and
Показывают Маус. Я не знаю, почему, ребят, не показывают никогда. Спирит, может, из-за того, что Спирит разговаривает на русском языке. Из-за этого не показывают Спирит. Напишите сейчас в чате. Я не знаю, почему никогда не показывают Спирит тут. Показывают только, как разговаривают Маузы. Мне это лично непонятно. Напишите, если я не так думаю. Ну, потому что, не знаю, других я вариантов не вижу. То, что Спирит, потому что разговаривает на русском языке. Других вариаций я вправду не вижу. Даже тут, при счете 2-10 они все равно показывают Маус. Так. Идем Спирит, заливаем просто все.
An unholy spirit in the cathedral tonight as they absolutely storm their way through MOUZ's map pick. Pretty much every single individual on the side of spirits showing up. And on the other side of things, Jason, I think your fears, they might just be coming true. Is this MOUZ already out of gas because of the celebrations of beating Vitality yesterday?
And I think that first half was maybe some of the most timid I've seen MOUZ play this whole event. I mean, I guess maybe you can scrape together something positive from the second half, the little mini comeback. But yeah, this they opened up very flat, very low energy. I think the concept of them being the deeper team in this match, this map at least, went away. Everyone from Spirit firing on all cylinders. Everyone contributed something. More people had opening attempts on the Spirit side of things. MOUZ just, I don't know what happened. That was not the MOUZ that I expected to see when they stepped onto the stage.
They exercised some demons yesterday, but a new one entered the stage today, and it's a big one. It's Donk, right? And I think we talked about also how Spirit finds a way in some of these grand finals. Donk is going to be their best player always and forever, right? But it's the support cast finds ways to have impact, and I think we saw that on the CT side from the likes of Chopper at times towards B, from the likes of Zontix towards mid, and very early on playing him towards A to sort of confuse MOUZ and maybe put them off kilter.
there was just nothing working out for MOUZ on that T side. Everything that worked out yesterday, with Exertion getting an awful lot of opening kills, with Broland finding success in the middle as well, shut down by Donk, shut down by Sontex in the beginning of the game. We said Exertion went 12 for 12 in opening kills yesterday. He went 2 for 8 in this game alone, didn't do anything whatsoever. So yeah, I agree. You know, Donk had a fantastic game. The support Castle Spirit had a fantastic game, but all the things that worked yesterday for MOUZ, with Tulsa playing well, with Exertion playing well.
1-0.
You just dive into round number 12 because I think that perfectly summarizes the hurt that MOUZ was put under in that
I
fight.
feel like it's a great round to showcase the viewers because it's just all falling so flat so quickly. I know at this point, obviously, the first half is already lost by MOUZ. The smoke is, you know, not landing. That's not good. You run out middle and you just instantly die 3 guys. Donk coming out from connector. Shiro willing to fight from window as well. And when Donk is playing like this and just shutting you down together with Sontex, there's only so much you can do for MOUZ. So at this point, we're 20 seconds into the round and the round is already over. And then you can see a 2v4. Both of them are trying to walk out of Palace. There's nothing they can do to turn around this first half, and that is a symptom of what we saw.
I hope it's more gameplay related, right? Because the first gun round from MOUZ was kind of just like dry, kind of like they didn't execute anything. They sort of walked down mid, got a fight, walked up A ramp, got a fight, and nailed both of them. So I'm hoping the flatness was like a game plan idea of something they want to execute, and not like an indication that the players mentally aren't like fully energized into this match.
I think they had multiple problems, right? They won the pistol and then like the first gun round after they got reset after that, right? But you could see Kali take a timeout, and Donk, once he died in that round that MOUZ won, was like very frustrated. It felt like someone messed up, didn't flash for him or anything, because he was just standing there with his gun out, right in the middle of connector, being sort of double swung. And then after that, Spirit doesn't lose a round for the remainder of the half, right? And the big problem for MOUZ was there was a couple of rounds where they saved, but they couldn't get the bomb down throughout this half. They were just losing rounds without getting into the bomb set. So they were caught in this cycle that you almost never see anymore for the T side. Lose a round, half buy. Lose a round, half buy. And sure, they buy the hero AK and they try to do something, but there was just nothing there. No openings, no bomb plans, and just having to, you know, try to do something with very little in terms of equipment.
And then we move into the second half, and of course, as is written in the stars, Donk has a moment, and I mean, this is the end for MOUZ after this, right?
I feel like that's the death punch. Round 16 right here. MOUZ is doing a tremendous job, you know, in a great setup right here. Broland with an MP9, getting the most out of it, baiting for his teammate as well, getting a nice multi-kill. Love the way that he's jumping the opponent right here. Gets traded. Torsi as well, maybe a little bit unlucky with not getting this kill. He gets caught in the moment, and then Donk is happening on the other side of the map. 2 entries, and from this point on onwards, as Janko said, that's just Donk taking over the server. That's Donk winning around single-handedly. Spirit was supposed to lose this. MOUZ was slowly but surely mounting a comeback right here. It's 10-5. It could have been 6-10. It could have been another save coming out of Donk and the boys from Spirit. But when you can have one player who just single-handedly turns around when MOUZ played picture-perfect Counter-Strike, what are you supposed to do?
Jason, we had the Jordan shroud. This felt like the Donk shroud. What can I say? You know, like especially here, the first kill he got like jumping on the boxing connector. I think on Exertion was particularly nasty, and also props to Chopper for realizing, you know, he ran the hell back with the bomb right towards Ram, understanding that help is coming and I don't want to die here. Like I need to just keep this player on the ramp contained.
Yeah, I mean, you every time you step into the server against Spirit, right? Like you tell yourself,
Have
these rounds. Like Donk's just gonna win a round like this. Like we have to just accept and understand. It's the same concept when you play against Zai, play against Simple. They're gonna do some crazy shit that wins them around out of nowhere. But the problem is MOUZ has typically always had Torji or Exertion on the other side to do something similar, to match up with it. And there was no one on the MOUZ side matching up with anything that was going on in the server today, or at least in Mirage.
And that's the problem, right? It wasn't just Donk in isolation. We could look at him and go, okay, he had a hero map, and it was just him hauling the boys on his shoulders. But it was everyone, right? Even Zontic stepping up.
Sontex stepping up. He was 4 for 4 in opening duels. I think 8 rounds into the game as well. Very active on catwalk, very aggressive. You had Chopper, you know, pulling out an ace out of nowhere. I know against a weak buy, but still, that's Chopper. You had Shiro having another fantastic game. I feel like we're almost doing Shiro injustice by talking about Donk 24/7. He's had a great tournament. You know, I know he's not as flashy as Donk. He's not as impactful as Donk as well, but slowly but surely, he's also having a great tournament. And there's also the case to be made that we're back to this whole simple electronic era where Shiro would have an awful lot of MVPs had it not been for Donk.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think so, man. I think a lot of these guys would not have many trophies if it weren't for Donk.
Yeah. You would say the same for Simple and Electronic back in the day.
Hey, if it weren't for Simple on that Navi team, I don't think Electronic would carry them to as many titles.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think that, you know, I feel you, because I think we've talked a lot about the focus on Shiro is always how passive he is. I think the biggest problem is it's not that he's playing poorly or that there's something inherently wrong with that. It's that there are going to be moments where that has to change, and it doesn't change.
I think that's the problem when you talk about Torji and Exertion versus Shiro and Donk, right? Torji and Exertion can both create an opening and make you pay and like force something, perhaps.
Yeah.
Shiro gets openings by punishing aggressive plays from the opponents. He doesn't do it by using the best spawn and like going for a super aggressive pick. Sometimes, yes, very. He's been trying to do it more, and it's good. And it's just like, I don't want to get caught up in this conversation, because for Spirit it makes sense to have more of a guy like that than let's say someone like a Monesi, because you can't satisfy everyone. Not everyone can go for the openings at the same time. But yeah, absolutely. He's the great yin to the yang of Donk.
And obviously in this game too, you had Zontix performing well, Zwei performing well, Chopper performing well with good sequences. You had the whole team from Spirit, which is, I mean, to me it seems like it's backwards. Like, you should be having the deep roster delivering for you if you're MOUZ. Like, look at the guys they have on that team, and none of it was there.
Let's just say we're happy that it's a best of 5.
Yes.
Right?
There's a chance for redemption, but it's not looking great when we look at Ancient.
Not, but it can turn around. Maybe this is just them like, okay, guys, we beat Vitality. We still have a game to play, you know? Like, let's not overthink it, you know? I'm sure they'll get the words going. And they had worse starts to best of 5s. They did lose 13-0 to Vitality.
They could still lose that best of 5 though,
right.
so...
And then they came back to win the next 2 maps. So, I mean, there's still a lot of Counter-Strike to be played, and there's not a single map where you can say MOUZ is completely out of it.
Okay.
Like, Ancient is the next map. That went into overtime the last time they played it, and Spirit was able to eke out a win. So I don't think you're going to lose confidence or get too down on yourself if you're MOUZ.
Well, there's a few things that has to change, you know. Exertion has to find more impact. Torsi has to be part of the game. He was not involved in a single opening kill or a single opening duel in the first 16 rounds of this game. So as much as he's like the moral impact of the guys, as much as he wants to hype it up, he was a non-factor whatsoever with the AWP. You cannot have that happen if you're Torsi. You cannot have that happen if you're Exertion. We brought up the argument that if Donk is not opening up the rounds, then no one else will do it from Spirit. Same could be said here. If Exertion didn't do it on Mirage, which he was trying over and over and over again, no one else did it. So I was a little bit disappointed in Torsi, and that has to change on Ancient.
Spirit with an absolutely flying start to this best of 5 grand final, and their map choice lays in wait. It's going to be an uphill battle for MOUZ because it's Ancients after this.
From humble beginnings in Hanover to greatness in Katowice, our journey is our legacy. As we arrive at what we thought was our peak, we instead discover a whole new chapter.
Right, then, left. That's the shot. Oh, forgot my keys. I'll cover you. Flashback. Oh my, what the Don't worry, Bob. I got your back.
Here at Face It, we try our hardest to get you the best POVs. Faceit.com/watch.
The man, the myth, the legend, 2-time major winner, Fallen. Ooh. All right, well, look, we're here for one reason only. It's to eat. It's lunchtime. Let's get into it. What flavor are you after? We've got a bunch here. We got doner kebab, chicken burritos, sweet and sour, broccoli and cheese and ham chicken, cheese and croutons.
I think I'm gonna go broccoli and cheese or cheese and ham.
Broccoli and cheese. I'm gonna scold your hand here. This is the keyboard arm there, right? So we're all right.
If it goes wrong, it's the keyboard hand.
There we go. Oh, he's going with the chopsticks.
Good, bro.
All right, I like it. Look, there's a lot of debate about this, right? And the modern Counter-Strike players, your Donks, your Monacies, your Kiyosukes, they look like freaks. Like, I watch their VODs of Face It, and they look like absolute animals. People are debating, is Zywoo the new GOAT? Is Simple still the GOAT? Do you think one of these kids who I just mentioned will overtake any of those names? What do you make of the modern breed of the superstar Counter-Strike players?
You know, if one thing that I learned over the last years is that someone is always gonna surpass something that you expect to not be surpassed. Like I won those tournaments 16, 17, fair made a joke. You guys can only dream of the men of titles we have, like all the picture and trophies, you know? 1 year later, 1.5 years later, Glaive and Creel has 4 majors and like they're laughing at us. And then we see Simple, like nobody's gonna ever touch Simple. Zayu kicks in, you know, he'd probably surpass now. And then as soon as you see Zayu and Simple, suddenly new kid Donk. This first tournament he played, I don't know if it was Cologne or not. There was Katowice, right? Yeah. He played a tournament, we were like, what the hell is this? I have never seen a performance like that. And they were like, if this guy can do that all the time, then there's no conversation. So yeah, I think people are always gonna surpass, most of the time they're gonna surpass expectations. So yeah, there's new kids, they might surpass him, but it's gonna take a lot of work, bro, because he's doing a lot of work.
Awesome. All right, thank you for your time, Fallen.
Thank you, appreciate it, bro. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the noodles.
Hello, I'm Zway, and I joined Team Spirit in the July of this year. I knew it like 2 weeks before official announce. I think everyone knows that I'm good friends with Donk, and he told me before major that spirits are interesting in me. If they show not best performance on major, they will make changes. 80% that I'm gonna be on team. I don't think that's a really big difference between top 5 team and 30 in like in game. I think it's all about experience in big events and just mentality, like how you prepare to the game and thinking in the middle of it. I don't think I feel that much pressure because I was already in friendship with Chopper, Shira and Donk, so I'm just joining a new family. I don't think I feel really much pressure.
Spirit set their sights on the silverware. MOUZ's map pick passes them by. Looking to repeat their dominant entry to Katowice last year with a 3-0 final, Spirit starts strong. Only MOUZ can answer the question, how much do they want it?
It's a BO5. It's a war of attrition, but only if you can survive. And that fight for survival, well, that's going to start right now. MOUZ learned the hard way that you can't start slow in the Cologne Grand Final. Spirit are playing with confidence, playing with pace. They're looking like an uplifted team. And so quickly, the moment you've always dreamt of can pass you by. Your dream becomes someone else's reality. The lesson learned remains the same, and that is that Cologne, in all its history, in all its stories, Cologne waits for no one.
Was that win v Vitality all for nothing? Spirit coming in hard and fast to this grand final. Point to prove.
Oh, and they might come in with the pace and the pistol too. Looking to embody in this round what they did back on Mirage. It's Donk at the front of the pack. Two players either side of him, a third ready to peek. There's no way Donk should be getting out of this alive! Spirit! They blow the bloody doors off this B site. And MOUZ have nothing to play for.
Well, we know it's a comfort map for Spirit. We know it's where they do some of their best work. It's a map MOUZ haven't won in 3 months. Even lost to Spirit in the group stage. It's not a good sign when Donk comes through Cave into a triple setup and rids every single one. Spirit know what it's like to be blown out of a BO5 on a stage. Losing to Vitality 3-0 at the dawn of this year, they don't want to let that happen again.
No, I mean, that event really did serve as kind of the wake-up call for this Spirit squad. It might be the home of the best player in Counter-Strike. Vitality were the ones that shook this team up, that shook them to their core in how one-sided that BO5 was. That was where you saw them start to make changes. First, the Shiro's playstyle, getting him a lot more involved and active on the AWP. And then eventually, after a lackluster finish at the Major for a squad that are aiming for trophies, they make the change of removing Magics from this lineup, bringing in Zwei. Donk's hot prospect pick. Another exec into this B site, and once more it's Donk at the front of the pack.
Looking like decisive rounds here for Team Spirit. MOUZ might just have to throw in the towel immediately. They've got nothing to contend with this B control. Long taken. A wide swing could offer up something here, but Spirit smoke it off. They shut the door this time. And MOUZ are given no runway to take off. Even that bomb plant delayed. None of this matters. The round is already decided.
Something I'm going to be keeping an eye on here is I kind of want MOUZ, when these guns make their first appearance, or in this force, if they're able to save on all 5 players, I want to see some moves made by them. Go looking for some of this map control, because if they're going to sit back and kind of let Spirit have the runway to run Chopper's vision, I think that's very, very hard to stop them in. And it's something where a lot of teams have been able to kind of get in the way of this Spirit squad, right?
Так, блин.
Fight to them early, deny them some of this control. Sometimes have a tendency to peter out when that happens if the fights don't come through for Team Spirit.
And MOUZ can know what to expect from the Spirit.
Я сейчас попью чай, но не переключайтесь. Смотрите дальше. Очень интересно, мне тоже нравится игра. Безумно. Давайте.
There's definitely gaps available to make ramp pushes, to come through the cave with aggression. So do MOUZ have it in them to show the face that they showed yesterday against Vitality? Right now, it is just Zwei open on this B-bomb site. MOUZ got to deal with a push out middle. Donk, fast as ever, forces that first.
This is a good start. There's some of that aggression we wanted, though. Finding a 4v4, dealing with Donk and a lot of damage onto Zontix. This round actually gets kind of scary now for Team Spirit. Sure, they're only up against these pistols, but you're flying blind. That's a very good Molotov to allow Zwei an advantage turning kill, but it's quickly forgotten about. The bait and switch for Brolin. Now he's armed. Now he's dangerous.
Plant can be spammed. Brolin gives it a go. Very close. But it doesn't cut it. MOUZ now have to get the retake going pretty quick. Boost over. Thins the herd again. This one's on Chopper.
He played really well back on Mirage, but it's a very tall task, and spam connecting. Chopper feeling the pressure. Flicks back over. Can't get a handle on Jimmy in time. Zontix might be very low on health. But he's got the bomb to play around. He hears the footsteps. He's letting Jimmy misplay this. And there's no time left. Zontix, a safe pair of hands indeed. And a 7 HP clutch to keep this clean for Team Spirit.
I mean, this guy is ice cold. That's his whole brand. Disinterested. Sits back and lets MOUZ lose the round themselves. You're not going to stick that one with no kit. showing a little bit more face in that force buy, but now comes the rifle, where they can't get swept under by Team Spirit, who are so strong on this map.
Toshi's Orb gonna make an appearance. Brolin ready to clash in cave. Ooh. No one wanting to be that first piece to fall. Leaving it down a chance on the spam. Sway looks very interested. Feels like he wants to go back and fight Brolin here. A decision he might come to regret. And this is nice for MOUZ. Bit of initiative taken. 5v4, but they're still going to come through with more aggression onto the lane. Zontic's waiting for it. Chopper's punished Brolin back in cave. That cancels the aggression down through ramp.
Yeah, they don't want to get sped up on this B-bomb site. Exertion just runs into Donk, and caught by surprise. Donk never is. Lightning fast.
It's been cut in half now, right? You have no idea. You're flying blind as to middle, as to what's happening on A. The only thing you know about is this collection of players over on the lane, and so MOUZ take a gamble. They want to try and face this, and that was a chance for Toshi. It will sail past Donk.
Exec can come in, but MOUZ are fully stacked here. They're going to have to earn this.
Floating around on elbow. But the bomb at the B doors, Spirit feel very committed here.
Are they running out? They're going to
try and go over the way. They're linking up with Shiro. They're leaving this B site. They've dodged the stack with seconds to spare.
Very ballsy call here for Spirit. Looks like it's paying off. Just got to stick that bomb and plenty of cover to make it happen. 4 rounds on this T side. MOUZ are calling numbers on B. They know everybody's there, or at least the bulk of Spirit. The goal to make that call to rotate with 20 seconds. And that's why it's a Spirit home map.
I mean, I think, you know, if you're MOUZ here, one of the things you were hoping to depend upon was your ability to maybe outcall and outmaneuver Team Spirit. You've certainly seen some ugly T-sides from them at this event. But in this final, Chopper's been one step ahead throughout, it's felt like.
Yeah, and it doesn't help the MOUZ also aren't out-shooting Spirit in any regard. Not a single player really matching up with what we got back on Mirage. Your star's silent. Exertion struggling. Toshi's orb is at least saved. It gets to go again. Dong just constantly breaking this mid-smoke with HE, but he's never even facing it. It's just making MOUZ fear climbing up heaven. They do it regardless. Mid cleared, MOUZ slink back. Exertion calls for the re-smoke from B side, and MOUZ take control. We're seeing more moves made by MOUZ in this round. Right now they're paying off.
Bomb's still indecisive as to where it's hoping to end up. It looks like they are going to go link up with Chopper here on lane. That leaves Zontix to play out a little bit later. He can either commit to this mid lurk or take the really long path around to rejoin his team. It looks like it's going to be the latter. Spirit want the numbers for this B hit. The whole map is quiet right now for MOUZ. Toshi's seen nothing on A. Jimmy hears nothing in Donut. And so that bit of suspicion has triggered the rotation back around from Exertion. 3 strong at the perfect time for MOUZ. Spirit coming to the stack, and so this is where MOUZ have to hold the line. They're getting the exact play they were hoping for. Still, Spirit scrapped for the space. Missed shot for Shiro costs them. And it's Brolin on for the ace. Just on. No! He won't get past him. Oh, God! Brolin thought he'd already done it. The round now rests on the shoulders of Jim Pat. Laid up through ramp. Zontix now looking the right way, and it's not in vain. Jimmy does right by Brolin. Brolin does right by MOUZ. They're on the board.
A sigh of relief, if nothing more, for MOUZ. Look how hard they have to scrap just to get in this game. That was all the advantage. And even then, coming down to the 1v1 at 3-on-5, the Spirit make interesting.
Spirit with the timeout. Exercising caution.
If MOUZ have any nerves, their in-game leader will hopefully inspire them to step up on this stage. A team that finally took a trophy on a stage for the first time this year. For the longest time, Studio Merchants were MOUZ. We need more from the rest. Brolin again.
There we go.
Does it alone. Shows his team how he wants them to stand. Double kill comes in, but Spirit get the space. A is free.
Let's call this rotate back around, and a good timing again. Has Brolin, though, 3 strong, about to reinforce this A side of the map. Torshi's Orb cutting the site in 2 will deliver something more for MOUZ.
Never get ahead of yourself.
Walk through the smoke, that's punished. Spinks knows better, keeps his eye on that route to aggression. And Zontic's left as the last man. Baits the shot out of Torshi.
Я здесь снова. Я здесь.
He's gone all the way around the world. Started this round off over in Cave. He was the guy to put that first on the board for MOUZ. He'll collect their second as well. It's their captain.
О.
Doing the heavy lifting. That's 7 kills in the last 2 rounds.
Excellent work for the young Swede. Kid no more on this ex-academy team. But the rest of the nest need to wake up. It's back-to-back rounds, one out by Brolin alone.
Catching that double again is the thing of beauty, man.
Итак, дорогие друзья, сейчас, как я говорил вчера на стриме против Нави, я говорил, что это карта для террористов. Вы помните, да? То, что я говорил, что это карта для террористов. Наверное, вы помните, потому что она прям создана для них. Прям создана для них. Спирит решили обмануть, они раздали раскид на Б, но сейчас пойдут на А. Денег нету у Спирита. У Спиритов. MOUZ. Узб. Ай-яй-яй. 3-4, 3-4. Видимо, тайм-аут или нет? Нет, наверное. Хотя да, тайм-аут.
Spirit back into this game. It's hopefully reiterating. And this is far from over, and that right now things are going according to plan. Keep this up, keep playing with this confidence, denying the map control. This is what was missing for MOUZ back on Mirage.
And they're in a decent position, not starting completely ice cold here. Winning out a couple of clutches, stopping fast plays for Spirit, forcing them to go back to the drawing board.
Итак, они решили пойти на мид. 4 человека есть. Маус, ой-ой-ой, как прошил через смог чоппера Бролан. Бролан, это законно или нет? Бролан как будто, если честно, видит всех игроков. И сейчас чоппер, нет, чоппер не умер. Пролетела мимо граната. И, ребята, если вы за Спирит пишем Team Spirit и бело-черные кружки, если за MOUZ, то пишем MOUZ и красно-белые кружки. Надо заходить в спину, ребят, надо заходить в спину. Шира! Звей! Как ты не убил? 4-4. Что за волшебные кружки? Ну, такие смайлики. Белый кружок. И, ну, круг. Заполненный. Сейчас, например, на примере покажу.
Sweeten the deal as it's just these pistols on Team Spirit. I don't think Donk liked being left out of the picture in that last round, so expect a bit more of a focus on him here.
Итак. Хершина убивают! Итак. Ребята. 2 в 3. На Б никого нет. Чоппер, иди побыстрее на Б. Но бомба-то на миде. На миду. И бомбу контролируют. Фитамаш. И Зонтикс убивать через смог. Торсис убивает чоппера. За спирит, да. За спирит. Бонг за донг. Нет. Не бонг за донг. Донг за бонг. Наоборот. Донг за бонг. Наоборот. Так, джимпад! Умирает от Донка, но Хершин с Торзиси забирает Донка. Очень странно от Бролана. Сразу же повернулся и начал стрелять, получается, в чоппера. Сразу же повернулся.
forced to finish on this B-bomb site where MOUZ are waiting.
Так.
Toshi's up on this line, and Spinks here to back him up. Spinks, one of the first guys to kind of get activated alongside Brolin in this game. Brolin is
Звих чоппер Зонтикс.
4-on-3. He's still making the plays that really shore up the defense. He's pushed all the way.
Широ пока что ужасно на этой карте. Чувствую себя 1-7. 6-4. Ребята, надо камбэкать. Ребята, надо камбэкать. Пока вы за теров, надо брать все раунды. Если за карты для теров, надо брать все раунды, которые у вас есть.
Nervous that this might be the toughest round to stop yet. It's Donk with a hero gun, and if one thing, he's kind of been a little bit bogged down in some of these mid rounds, some of these slower rounds that Spirit have played when they give him the hero gun. He's very much the guy to watch. They're going to do everything they can to set him up. Torshi's all on the line. A boost.
Ой, двойной килл!
It's a bomb plant, sure, but Torshi's done all the heavy lifting on this round, or so you'd like to think. Chopper dealt with. And Sway, well, we've said he's been unproblematic. Not necessarily feeling the pressure of the final yet in a 1v3 like this. What can you expect the rookie to do? Knows about the Orpin Temple. It's the presence of a third player. Out in main, Brolin's just given that up. Sway now knows where everyone...
Давай, Иван Гоген! Ай-яй-яй! 7-4. А было 0-4. Собираемся, Спирит. Что за дела?
Looking for an 8 rounds in a row to finish off their CT side. It's a disaster half for Spirit in a map they've made their home. MOUZ come knocking at the door. Brolin again.
Ой-ой-ой! Очень плохо у Спирит, денег вообще нету. Донг. Сгорает, Бролан. Широ, не туда смотришь. Широ убивает. И не успевает Широ. Восемь 4 с таким счетом команда уходит на второй круг. Как можно было отдать 8-4 с 0-4? Я не понимаю, если честно. Ну, просто нашим парням немного не повезло. Ничего страшного, у всех бывает невезение. Сейчас наши парни очнутся. Ау, вау, 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 вау. Ау, вау, 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 вау. Как говорит Керриган капитан Фейс клан. Уиу, 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 уиу. Уиу, 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 уиу. Ставим на спирит.
MOUZ don't scurry away from the bright light. They show up on stage and they give us a game. 8 rounds straight on CT side on a map they haven't won in months. Those T-side woes for Spirit just keep coming. We had it the other day, almost let them down v Na'Vi. 2 rounds on the T-side of Nuke, some slow starts. Took comebacks for Team Spirit. They've got to showcase that again.
Yeah, and it all started with Brolin uplifting his team. It was a string of multi-kills from MOUZ's captain. The first player to truly get switched online, but slowly but surely the...
Ребята, поддержим наших парней. Все пишем вперед. Team Spirit. Спириты, очнитесь. Должны наши очнуться же, парни. Должны они очнуться, наши спириты. Настоящие спириты должны очнуться. Те спириты, которые выигрывали мажор в Шанхае в 2024 году. Те спириты, которые выиграли Катовицу в 2024 году. Те спириты, которые побежали в Виталити. Конечно же, те спириты вчерашние, которые выиграли Нави. Также нам нужны те спириты, которые выигрывали монголов. Вот это классно, ребят.
In this series, you kind of got that, and you got to play against it on your terms. One thing you can't doubt for this Spirit squad is their resilience and their ability to turn it around when they get onto the CT half. There's a reason they get to this final while struggling throughout some of those T-sides. And so the job is far from done. Pistol round starts now.
Итак. Ой-ой-ой! Звейх! Трипл килл! Через смог! В голову! Офигеть! Иван, что вы делаете? Чоппер! Леня! Леня, тащи, Леня! Леонид Вишняков! Леонид Вишняков! Чоппер! Ну, Ваня Звех наделал суеты в этом раунде. Бам, 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 просто.
MOUZ's best opportunity to make this a clean one.
Чего? Даже Хершина не задела бомба? Это очень странно. Откуда у Хершина деньги на АК-47? Вопросики, вопросики. Странно, откуда у Хершина деньги? Хершин убивает прострелом Шира. Звейх. Видели, да? Показали вместо Звейха Хершина. Это баги на Кёльне. Да будет безумие, если Донг затащит 1 в 5, но он не будет идти. Ну, лучше бы Донг умер, потому что за истечение времени дают плюс $0.
Devastating for that to happen on CT side, even less to work with. And few chances here for Spirit to survive their map pick. As MOUZ look to split the difference.
Crowd here are asking, where is Shiro?
It's a good question.
3 and 11 on Spirit Star Orpa. Usually one of the guys that can keep pace with Donk up top of the board. It was him refreshing his play style, getting more and more output that was meant to make Spirit a force to be reckoned with. Well, he's nowhere to be seen in this final yet. Aggression out into the cave, Brolin with the entry. And you cannot ignore what Brolin has done for MOUZ on this map.
Donk! Донк убил второго. И Донк убивает гранатой. Как не попал в голову зонтик сейчас?
Smoke on the bomb and smoke in spawn. Will that create a bit of a screen though for Spirit to try and work through? Timmy's peppering shots. Shiro doesn't play early. Right now they're lending time to Chopper, but he's not going to find anyone on this push out through main.
Perfect post-spawn positions. This one feels impossible.
Energy on the line. Waiting for a swing out. He's going to have to hit this flick on a chopper. Won't be easy for him. And chopper deletes him around that corner.
No kid.
They're trying to close in on these players back in Donut. It's a lot of damage dealt to Spinks. But Spirit have to play quickly here. They've got to chase down both these kills. They're making it happen. Spinks trying to hold on. One left to fight. Time running low.
Ай-яй-яй. Везет мышкам.
Vitality lie in his wake. And Spinks stands tall with a massive clutch for MOUZ. Stop Spirit surprise. That would have been an
Ребят, что-то у спиритов не идет на эншенте.
hope diminishes here for Spirit. MOUZ's moment to shine.
It's a very interesting full eco here from Spirit. Chopper's called a straight up stack in towards the donut. The bomb is here in mid.
Все на А. У нас.
With a bit of movement. You wonder if this is to try and bait exertion in. Shadow is cast from that corner. That's something everyone here knows. Trying to pressure his way. Spirit hope that this beckons MOUZ in, but they're not taking the bait.
It's too quiet. It's too good to be true. Spirit seldom a lie. MOUZ ain't buying.
Спирит, побыстрее, все идите на Б.
Zero this action on like the other side of the map. Spirit start to realize now, well, they're not coming to us in donut. The plan didn't work. No point saving here. They're going to play for whatever they can.
Exits are valuable. Getting AKs for donk. These things we know Spirit like to do. It's pretty constricting right now. Spirit hoping that bomb pushes MOUZ into them.
This is MOUZ just rounds away from victory and a recovery from this slow start. Spirit do not have much left in the tank on Ancient.
Подожди, ребят, я забыл. Я сказал то, что если террорист не поставит бомбу, это будет как считаться как из-за истечения времени. Не если спецназ не раздефьюзит. Вот так. О, кейс открывает! О! О! Тайм-аут берут спириты. Этим тайм-аутом же пользуются маузы.
Get there first in the final. And that's where you've got to give some credit to Brolin. Said at the start of this, Chopper was calling rings around him while the note very much changed. First was the individual uptick in performance. Now he's outmaneuvering these stacks. Oh, outmaneuvering the Spirit gambles.
This elbow, it landed donut. That's not really helpful here. Donk sits with a smoke in his way. Little mistakes will leave massive consequences here for Spirit. MOUZ do want that mid control. Brolin making heaven his home. MOUZ come out of elbow.
Chopper's even feeling kind of scared of spamming these smokes. Brolin's playing so confident. You wouldn't put it past him walking through with only a Mac 10.
Походу они сейчас будут еживаться под А.
Still dedicating 3 players towards this B no info there for Spirit. They start to feel pressure to make moves. Donk moving around, trying to pick up Red Room, but this splits the defense. Softens up the A-side hold. And that's right as MOUZ look to move in.
It's a good smoke for Donk, but he's still going to have to tussle with exertion. The two hard, heavy hitters here for either side, fighting in red while the execute comes in. Zontic having a tough
Whoa!
It's going to get worse after a single kill. Donk has to force the...
Whoa! Donk!
Always does. 20 seconds to grab that bomb and put it down.
All becomes a bit of a mad scramble now, right? The bomb lost in the smoke. They're scared still about Donut. Don't have the whereabouts of these final two players. But MOUZ will get that bomb planted. They find a way. Exertion holding on. Can't wrestle with
No!
a ludicrously quiet game from this guy, but an important two-piece to deny map point to MOUZ.
Сюда!
Spirit in the game. That's all it's about. That's all it's going to be. First step of a marathon made by Shiro, supplemented by Donk's double. Ample opportunity here for MOUZ to finish what they started. And still far from wealthy, our Spirit, still far for an orb is Shiro.
Так.
Rounds put a bit of pep in this step for Spirit. It's mid-aggression. They started moving away from this, and I think that was a sign of the times, but Donk goes back to aggression in mid. The downtime, Spinks walks all the way out through ramp. He's got Torshi here with him as well. Two players in this B site looking for
Что происходит? Капец.
Torshi recognizes it ahead of time. He slips out of there.
Impact kill for Sway just to stop the MOUZ from taking control inside of B. Now it's on to Donk. Overwhelmed, still manages to find a kill. No business there. MOUZ forced the trade. 2v3. B occupied.
2 в 3.
Trying to strangle MOUZ. Force them forward.
Sway!
There's no escape here for Jimmy. Jimmy P. Slipping into the ramp.
First kill found on his way to the clutch. There's one more man. It's still in the sight. Over at long as Zontic catches him by surprise.
Win!
So Jimmy goes no further. Spirit continue to close the distance. And what once felt like an insurmountable challenge, piece by piece, is feeling more and more doable.
Yeah, and Spirit are no strangers to CT side comebacks off the back of, like we were talking about, these difficulty halves. We've seen them do it time and time again. They did it to Aurora in the group stage. 10 rounds in side to come back and win that map in regulation. They almost did it the same to Na'Vi just the other day on this very stage. That's what Spirit are telling themselves. They know they have it in them. MOUZ again look for a hero rifle to win the round. They've done it before. Donk lets him cross.
It's a gap that Spirit have had to contest with in a lot of these rounds. So
Wow!
they do stick Donk on the angle. They want him to at least dip and dive in for these mid fights. And here's the attempt to re-clear mid. It's Chopper and Shiro grouping to do so. Two players looking to claw back control over middle. That's the gun gone for MOUZ. Brolin goes looking for it. Where's the AK ended up? He has to drop on down. Gets it retrieved. Nearly 20 kills deep in this game on Brolin. Very much still a threat, represented by this AK in his hand.
Representing
Here in red.
Team Spirit. Ой-ой-ой, джимпад проходит. Звейх. Тайм-аут берут. Маузы.
He's coming back in the CT side as well, right? We're still waiting on Zontix and Shiro to really have their impact, but round closes from Zwei so far. Donk picking up steam, taking more and more real estate on this.
11-8. Спирит могут победить. У спиритов есть Дима Соколов купил ВП. Сейчас мы посмотрим, кто лучше, кто худше на этой карте пока что. За 19 раундов. Лучший. Бролан. 19 киллов, 13 смертей. Худший это... Сложно сказать, но я скажу... Дима Шира. Шира не очень хорошо играет пока что. Шира очень плохо играет пока что эту карту.
Starting to play cautious, like they don't want to give the lead away.
Playing not to lose. That old adage proving true here. The Spirit on a 3-round streak. Shiro's orb finally enters the fray.
Oh, rough miss. And this is a huge chance for Brolin to punish. Has him trapped.
Шира! Не видя убивает. Будучи не будучи, а слепым, Шира убивает. Шира! Вау! Зонтикс! Что сделает? Что делает Мирослав? Это просто невозможно. Что он только что сделал? Офигеть! Вот что я могу сказать. Шира! Я помню то, что Team Spirit уже 10-й раунд выиграли. Но только 9-й. Оу! Давай, давай, Зонтикс, обходи сзади.
Group on ramp with the orb holding it with Zwei ready to swing in tandem. This is not a safe path to be. It is full of treachery.
Ой, одно хп у Димы Шира. Донк заканчивает этот раунд. Делая счет 11-10. Можно перевести игру в дополнительное время. Вот дополнительные раунды.
He sees all the symptoms. He knows the diagnosis, but can he provide the antidote here? Because MOUZ feel like they're choking this second map.
Донг 1 в 9. Да. Есть такое, ребята. Ну, хочу сказать то, что Звейх очень хорошо играет. 14-6, 14-16. Хоть они выходят в КД, но КД всего лишь -2. Когда у Донга КД +6. Рашит А. Чоппер забирает за собой Торзиси, снайпера. Оу! Оу! Воу! 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 Они сейчас все, похоже, пойдут на Б. Хотя нет. Или да. Скорее всего, под Б пойдут. Стягиваются. Let's go, MOUZ. Let's go, MOUZ. Кричат фанаты Мауза. Маузов. Маленькие мышки болеют за своих мышек. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой! Дима Шира чуть не умирает! Звейх! Ой-ой-ой! 1 в 1! Донг vs Джим 5! Донг! Таня Донг! 11-11! Так. Вот этот килл. Хочу сказать то, что у Маузов вся команда в очках. Почти вся. 4 человека, по-моему. Или Спинкс тоже. У всех, похоже, минус зрения. Или не у Спинкса. Давайте посмотрим. Так, тут Шира. Тут Спинкс. Тут Браун. Тут Чоппер. Чоппер! Шира убивает Спинкса! Что происходит? Торзиси. Ой-ой-ой. Они стягиваются под А, стягиваются. Через мид, похоже, они хотят пройти. Или же через... Или же через пончик. Хотят пройти они. Зонтикс! Через смог! Матч-поинт! Остался один раунд, чтобы выиграть карту Ancient. Бам! Так, ребята, пишем в чат, как вы считаете, кто пока что лучший из маузов и кто лучший из спирит. Мне кажется, из маузов пока что лучше Бролан, а из спирит Донг. Донг! Ух! Трансляция зависла. Так, подождите. Донг сделал -3. 3-1. И Спирит побеждают эту карту! Так.
The MOUZ comeback from making history here in Cologne. What was an 11-5 scoreline entirely flipped on its head. Jason, 8 rounds in a row for Spirit. Godlike form here in the Cathedral.
Yo, I mean, they really picked up into it as well. Like, I mean, that was, I think on the CT side, they had some economic issues early on, but once they got the money beneath them, it was like off to the races. It's like, it's all over. We're all good. I don't know, I can't help but look at this through the lens of MOUZ and be like, I can't think of a worse outcome. I can't think of a worse start to the series. Like, this has got to be the ultimate nightmare.
It's very damning, the fashion in which they've lost as well.
Yeah.
Not being able to win a single round on T side, you know, 8 consecutive rounds. And it was also, it looked like in the first half, like Spirit was going to lose the same way they lost Nuke to Navi in the semifinal, right? Just the stubbornness of not switching up, you know, wanting to have mid, and you're not getting it because MOUZ is just going mid, right? Like, and there was at no point an A rush or something that they did yesterday, right, to switch it up a little bit, to change it up, and it seemed like that was going to, you know, cost them the map, but in the end they were able to bring it back on the CT side.
For MOUZ, it's just a wasted opportunity, as you said. Spirit winning both pistols. Again, you're down 11-5, and you think if you're MOUZ, you lose both pistols, you're still leading 11-5. You're miles ahead of your opponents. Brolan had a fantastic showing in the first half. He was so impactful, you know, so aggressive. He was involved in a hell of a lot of opening duels, won the majority of those, and led by example. You know, when MOUZ were in the dumpster, when they were not looking great in the beginning of the first half, it was Brolan who reactivated the entire team, and that huge effort coming in from Brolan feels wasted now, and that's a bit of a shame.
Especially because they were scrappy fights, right? Like, they're not just like holding cave. He's like, I'm stepping through the smoke and I'm helping in middle. I'm going to step back into cave. Now I'm stepping back through and I'm going to get a kill over towards lane. He did so much across different parts of the map, and you're like, he's so far down the list of people you expect to step up if you go through the names on this team. So the fact that you get this and still can't close out this map and close out an 11-5 lead, I'm with you. This is a completely wasted effort out of Brolan.
100%. I mean, from him as well, like, you're looking to your left and your right and thinking, guys, please do something. Right?
Anyone.
Please help me. Anybody? Is anybody else out here? Sure, they did warm up into
Is this thing on?
But it's that moment as well when we're switching into the later stages of that second half, when Spirit are just dancing all over them. They just had their number.
Yeah, I mean, we got to give credit to Spirit for mounting that comeback. As Jason said, once they got the money, once they got the 8 VP in the hands of Shiro as well, who had a horrible first half, it all changed up in the game. I think Shiro at one point in the game was 1-12 or 1-11, and he finished with 12 or 13 kills, so he reactivated on the CT side. Again, I got to praise Donk, you know, the way he was playing with the rifle on that CT side, even in the force buy with the pistols, he made it expensive for MOUZ. He's so impactful. I know on the scoreboard right now, it doesn't seem like Donk is having the greatest series of all time, but
it's pretty good, man.
That's the point. That's the point. If you guys would let me finish, you know, you could have a much higher KD if you wanted to, but the sheer impact, you know, same on Mirage, you know, yes, his KD was decent.
Jacob, what is the standard now? Like, what do you expect from the guy? He is 43 and 27 with 150 rating. Like, what? So that's like an average game.
Not good enough.
Oh, I'm saying he has more impact than 150 rating. If
I'm with
the
you.
game, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know what you mean. Like, he just seems to always step up when they need a round, when they need openings. Like, he's just always there. CT side as well, good rotations. But yeah, it is hard to. It's just funny. It's hard to imagine him having statistically a better.
150 rating means he has pretty good impact. Like, you know, he's pretty impactful with a 150 rating.
As much as I enjoy the finals, gentlemen, should we take a look at the moment before disaster struck, Yanko? Because we do have a MOUZ moment to be breaking down on the telly.
I want to see the disaster.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting when it comes to the details, right? So this is the reset round, right? It's like MOUZ lost pistol, but won the second round even better. You can see the buy is miserable on the side of Spirit. MOUZ going for Jaguar control, Cape control. They're going to get the kill on his way, right? And also what's important is number 4, Exertion. He's deep into red room, and number 9, that's Donk coming back, right? So now MOUZ slowing down the tempo a little bit, waiting for some re-aggression, and it comes towards red room, and Exertion sort of is aware of it. Donk deletes him, right, with the 5-7. So 4v4 now. MOUZ is... they're lurking around. They're trying to figure out. They don't want to give away mid control and information. Donk is going to win a long range fight with a 5-7, right? But he's stuck now. Again, eyes on the minimap. All of his teammates are towards the towards the B bomb site, right? So he's alone here. He's going to die from the nade that's going to come in, right? And now they're rotating. You can see the chopper pushed all the way towards B. So MOUZ is here hesitating. Do we go back to B? Are they going to over-rotate? Now watch this. Zontix catches Spinks completely unawares, doesn't hit anything. Spinks stays on 100 HP. Like, Zontix isn't supposed to get the kill here with a P250. It's gonna be hard, but some damage would have been nice, and you'll see in a minute why. Chopper decides to go all the way back for the A main flank. All of the MOUZ players are coming in through Donut. They understand, okay, time is low. We just have to commit now. They have the smokes for the plant, smokes for CT. They're going to be getting the bomb down. A little bit unfortunate for Spirit that, you know, Chopper isn't able to find anyone on the flank here. It becomes a 3v3 retake. At this point, MOUZ probably has it because there's no kits on the side of Spirit either. Like, they were hoping they were going to find anyone, but at this point, you can see as well that Zontix is going now on the rotate because they understand everyone's in Donut. They can't just retake like this. Great kill onto Torji. Now it might be doable, right? And Spinks gets dinged. If he took some damage from Zontix earlier, he would be dead here, and this kill would have given the round to Spirit. So the fact that he was able to, you know, survive, buy time, this kill to end it, just a game of inches. So
those poor guys had to wait 2 more rounds before embarking on the comeback that won him the map. Poor guys. What a hard one.
Little did they know.
Do you want to dive into the disaster then, Jason? Because there was obviously a litany of rounds coming out of Spirit, but there was a donk moment, as there always is. We got round 22.
Disasters. I'm just always excited to see him.
Let's dive into it. We got round 22. Once again, Donker coming up clutch in this one.
Yeah, I said he was having a fantastic game, and he was super, super impactful. Chopper this time around only getting 1 kill, and I think MOUZ had a decent shot in this round. The thing is, I felt Spirit were 1 step ahead throughout the entirety of the half. Very aggressive from Zontix here as well. You find yourself in a 3v3. Again, MOUZ having a decent chance. Shiro missing maybe a bit of a shot right here, or at least not making it easy for Sway, who's now caught off guard by himself. He gets a single kill as well. Credit to him. He had played a good game of Counter-Strike. At this point, Shiro has put himself in a position where he can't do anything, and then donk in a 1v2. First kill is a trade. The second one, it's just, look at the confidence. You're exposing your entire body. You're just waiting to swing, and you're winning that duel 9 out of 10 times if you donk. I just love to see that kind of confidence coming out from donk. Jimfat is exactly aware of what's going to happen. He's well aware that donk is going to fight me, and yet he still can win the duel.
Well, we speak about individuals. I think it is time, sorry, Yanko, to check in with our DHL MVP. This is where you guys at home get to have your say. Put those Twitch channel points to good use and get your votes in the chat. No surprise.
Даня Донг.
Up first, Yanko.
Данечек.
Leading the pack, having a great game so far. I think that was to be expected. Finding tons of impact, that kill was
That's insane, isn't it?
That was crazy.
That's a bit much.
That was crazy, but he just finds a way. Every time and time again, finds a way to find tons of impact.
I'm with Jacob. I like watching him posture for fights. The guy just stands out in the open, ready for everything. Zontix has had a really good grand finals so far. Not a name we really spoke about as someone who needed to be going big, but he delivered very much so in the first map of this series, and he's been solid. I think he's just been one of those guys on Spirit who's just expected, just get the job done. Don't have to go above and beyond. Just handle your responsibilities, and today he's doing it with flying colors.
He's looking so stone cold. Our last option for you guys to be voting at home is indeed Chopper. Sell me on Chopper, Jacob.
I mean, he's played a great game as well. I think he's found some impact in a lot of the rounds. On Mirage, he was playing exceptionally well. The ace round right here, I know it's against a cheaper buy, but we don't see that often from a guy like Chopper. Calling wise as well. Maybe there's been a couple of occasions in this game where he's been, I wouldn't say outcalled by Brolin, but where he could have done better. But from an individual standpoint, I think Chopper's had a great game so far.
Anybody going to be taking anybody other than Donk in this one, or?
Good with Donk.
Okay.
I'm comfortable.
Jury's still out. We do potentially have 3 more maps. It's looking unlikely, but Nuke. That does lay in wait, Yanko. What should we be expecting from one?
The reverse sweep is
known to happen a lot.
Doesn't happen often, does it? Yeah, I think Nuke,
Так.
obviously one of MOUZ's best maps. This is where they feel really good, right? But being 2-0 down, having to start on the T side, that's going to be a little bit problematic. Spirit, I'm hoping after the Navi game yesterday, they're going to learn from their T side, right? They're going to be more aggressive when it comes to it. And it's just about the individuals have to wake up for MOUZ at some point.
Yeah, I'm with Yanko. I think if Spirit plays the game they did yesterday, MOUZ have a chance in this one. I mean, again, the mentality is going to be a big talking point with MOUZ right now after getting blown out and destroyed on map 1, after having this crushing comeback on map 2. I don't know what your mentality can possibly be like. It's going to have to be hella strong, and I don't know if they've got it.
I think Exertion is, it's the player to watch, right? So far, he's 4-16 in opening duels. He hasn't been on the server to the same display as we saw yesterday. I think Exertion, and specifically on Nuke, both on Yacht, on T side, CT side, he's the guy who's always involved. So if he's not finding any success, this game is over by now.
So it is over. You are saying officially, Jacob, it's over.
I think this game is over.
Well,
MOUZ have the cursed monkey paw. They were like, I just want to beat Vitality, please.
well, let's see how it's going to be going down. MOUZ's choice of Nuke awaits on the other side.
From humble beginnings in Hanover to greatness in Katowice, our journey is our legacy. As we arrive at what we thought was our peak, we instead discover a whole new chapter.
That's right. It's that time again. We're opening cases with all the keys that we got out here with our friends at the Intel and Acer Predator tent. We're live in Cologne. There's so much Counter-Strike going on in any given fashion of the moment. Hey man, you want to open a case or something?
I don't speak English.
Do you know what we're doing here?
Yes.
All right, go for it. I got you.
Don't share, yeah.
Go for it. Let's see what you got. Row. Survey says, hey, we'll take a purple. That's not bad. Thank you very much. Where are you from?
Ukraine.
Thank you very much. All right. We're going to use one more.
Опять, ребят, киберклуб этот.
Before we do that, let me tell you about our friends in their gamer days. It's not just any gamer days, they're Intel gamer days, which is why we're going to let this gentleman open this case right here, right now. Hey, are you in the middle of a retake? Oh, a little bit of a retake situation here. 1-on-3. Can he get towards that defuse? No. Didn't check that car player. That's going to cost him big time. But consolation prize. Do you want to go open a case?
Yep, okay.
All right, bet. All right, let's do that. Yeah. Where are you from, man?
Ukraine.
Bet. Okay, look. You got three choices. There's no wrong
Three
answer.
choices?
You got what you get.
Okay. I think it's twice. Lucky girl.
Yep.
Open.
No, we're going to keep it. We keep it.
Yep.
We own this. Gold.
Okay, lucky man. One knife. No. Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Commiserations on your loss here. Anything you want to say?
I think it's lost on next win.
It's always next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Well, all these activities, I don't really know what to do with myself other than keep watching the Counter-Strike, duh. It's Intel Extreme Masters, y'all.
Spirit shunt MOUZ aside, and this unstoppable machine just keeps on rolling. They come back from 11-5 down and run flawlessly to a third. From this point on, Spirit are just a reach from the trophy. They are chasing legacy, seeking the Trinity. MOUZ must now do what has never been done before. A reverse sweep on the biggest stage, the highest stakes. Surely an impossibility.
The second time a German organization has made it to the grand final in Cologne, and it's the second time it might just end in heartbreak. The spirits, they walk among us. They don't care for your mortal concerns. They see in black and white, you're either a winner or you're nothing. And Spirit are here to go for the gold. Cologne, let's crown a champion!
It's MOUZ's pick, but I still get nervous here on Nuke. A CT-sided start where Spirit do their best work. There's no slow starter allowed for MOUZ. There is no rest for the wicked.
Not gonna grow on trees in the pistol either. You're looking for results here. Fast out into the top side. It's a strong
Капец.
step forward. And you've dealt with two heavy hitters early on.
Первый раунд бешеный. Нюк больше для спецназа.
Trying to put them in his pocket. And a spot on the second player back in main. Shiro knowing about Zontix on this wrap. He's getting wrapped himself. Jimmy on the long path for a backstab here as the safety net. There is no losing this pistol. With Jimmy up in the heavens, it's a safe plant. Shiro can
Широ.
say all he likes. There should be no world in which he emerges the victor. Swing out early.
1-0, 1-0, ладно.
Seals the deal. Pistol round secured for MOUZ.
For every round MOUZ find on this T-side, Spirit need to one-up it in their second half. It's a half that has let them down time after time in this tournament. No doubt Spirit are favorites, wind in their sails, momentum, and the best player in the world. But still this nuke is available for MOUZ. Guns come out.
Так.
Spirit look to stop the threat early. Seeing a lot of these force by rounds connect for both teams across this series. Exertion fakes outside. They go back to lobby. MOUZ hope to elicit reaction.
They're not getting a lot back out of Spirit though. With two players having dropped down lower, Spirit are pretty much stuck in place here throughout the entire round. The onus is going to be on MOUZ to take the space, to make the play, and they'll set their sights on ramp. Now Zontix hears this, but is in no position to fight for it. He's just stopping the spillover. And this is feeling very claustrophobic right now for Spirit. It's by design. They want MOUZ to walk into this double lower stack that's been waiting since the start of the round. Shiro not down here alone. He's got Chopper floating around in the control room to help him.
Так. Чоппер пытается остановить Рашна. Ой, Широ не попадает! И это сейв от команды Team Spirit. Идет Торзиси. Grab money. Money.
Stalemate here. They don't want to give anything over to him. And so Donk has three players waiting around this corner. Actually, the entirety of MOUZ. That's the fear that this guy puts in you. Don't want to give him anything into the next round. MOUZ is 5 alive, more important.
Stalemate.
После этого у Маузов вдвойне мотивация.
Spirit get one more try.
The thing that is kind of tantalizing for MOUZ here is sure, they might be starting on what should feel like the harder half. It's Spirit's CT side that hits very, very hard. This holds the promise of, you know, you can do a lot of the legwork for the entire game here in the first half. You know you're going to have to be resilient, you know you're going to have to roll with the punches and be on the receiving end of some of these Spirit CT rounds. But if you can scrape by with something like 4, 5 T rounds, based on what we've seen from Team Spirit, that could be enough.
But look who's home.
Is in position down here. He decided to not try and remove this MP9 off of him earlier. Let's see if he can put it to work. Double swung on. The MP9 answers the call for the first. It's exertion on the receiving end of it.
Back up, I think.
The bomb's already made its way there, right out through Secret on the back of Brolin, but he's alone in this, and Chopper waiting in back garage since the start of the round. That's the bomb on his screen. That's the bomb right there. Takes his time on the shot. Wanted it to go down flawlessly. Torshi flying up through the vent. And so top side taken for MOUZ. Never feeling too comfortable.
Дима Шира.
Able to get set up nonetheless. And with Donk low on health, trapped down at lower, there's a bit more safety for MOUZ.
They could trap this player here, but Shiro's not offering any sort of support. Is this just exits here for Spirit? Donk.
Дима, надо идти.
Not helped on this vent climb. Should just be a dead man walking. There it is. Torshi makes it so. Shiro, his position known, and MOUZ walk it over the line. Claustrophobic, but around.
Ладно. 3-0.
This right here, this is the round that MOUZ would love to win. Getting off to a 5-0 start on a map that Spirit's T-sides have let them down. That would feel monumental. And you won't have to grind those rounds out. It won't be in a long back and forth affair if you can win this one. And so what do MOUZ want to do? They're wrapping exertion in through main.
Whoa!
No accounting for that, that's just a feeling. They start to go out now with the death of exertion.
До своих!
Sway churns through the first two. Donk got on in time, and Brolin left as the last survivor. They know where he was. The man throwing util, the last to arrive, tramples through the bodies of his teammates here that have accumulated around the hut at the door. As Brolin looks for anything, something to give, and there's Donk. That is a very uncharacteristic L for him to take.
But will it matter?
On a cross back across that he didn't need to take. Brolin playing this to the full extremity of the timer. Now there is this hot roof player to worry about and backside, and I think Sway just got the spot off as Brolin makes his way in. Zontix provides cover.
Very calm for his way back sight there. Gets his double. That's more than you can ask for the A anchor. And Donk spamming through main smoke. That one takes me back. Feels like Katowice was just yesterday. Realizes what MOUZ are doing before they even announce that A split. Exertion back to his troubles on this T side. Today he has been quiet. Donk a huge reason for that. These two so often matching up.
Так.
Promising turn of that head-to-head. Not an easy fight for Exertion to take. And now Spirit don't have the info what's happening in yard. Zwaya with a well-timed bit of re-aggression in the hut. Returns this to a 4-on-4.
Important kill for Exertion to find. Donk is 13-6 in that head-to-head coming into this third map. Exertion puts him down. That orb does miss while crossing in, but there's two CTs in position and MOUZ are entering. They line up again. Team kill even comes through. That's what we want. From bad to worse. To win a hearse. Porsche's done.
Chopper! Оп, чоппер.
Just look at the speed of the reaction from Spirit all across the map, right? They lose Donk. If you remember, that's the first time to die out in the yard in his attempt at aggression, and still throughout all the waves that MOUZ continue to throw in that round, the reactions feel perfect. Double ramp aggro. Chopper getting there as a third man lying in wait.
Так, друзья.
On these CT sides, he calls it very decisive and very spot-on game. Something Brolin's going to be up against in this entire first half. Okay, another time Exertion gets the better of Donk. This time on a Deagle.
Oh, Tilter. Saw Donk's reaction last round, or how about a 1D on an eco? Could MOUZ make something out of nothing? Spinx is left back. He can try and get that gun later, but it relies on Spirit rotating out. And look at how they occupy the yard. 3 players with their eyes on the prize. Meanwhile, MOUZ have reset completely. Can Spirit fill the positions? Zontix goes back to ramp. He is committing here. He needs a multi-kill. And he uses that timing.
Yeah, this is really awkward. They're out on both sides of it now.
Зонтикс! Минус 3 дает! Тем самым устанавливая... Воу!
Maybe it's because he plays in a team with a guy where one rifle is enough to steal the round, but Chopper is always mindful of these dropped weapons. He played around it here.
Chopper! Вау! 3-3.
Competitive from the get-go.
Yeah, sure, MOUZ, you can convert your pistol, but now the Spirit start has begun. The question is, how out of control will it get? That is back-to-back 4v5s minus Donk, one out by Spirit. No doubt that Donk is the outlier in every metric, but today Spirit have still done it without him at times. That first map was an even showing from pretty much everyone. It took Ancient for Donk to level up. Can he
Drop some money.
here in the third? Exertion gets down to the roof.
There's already a big problem posed in this round. Jimmy heard the aggression into the lobby. He knows the Spirit winning collectively.
Donk!
Donk out here in yard on these smoke spams.
He just doesn't see smoke.
And now you feel like you really can't dedicate B. You know that Spirit went and took lobby. They've spammed you on the cross. You kind of lost the edge here.
Even just the nameplate there, if you kill Torshi on the smoke cross, you know there's going to be more players for MOUZ. He's not going to be the solo lurker with 4 lobby. Despite that anyway, Spirit took lobby earlier in the round. They have all this info. Full confirmation of the goal in mind for MOUZ. So they try and mid-round, they try and fake it out. Jimmy trying to make it look like it's an upper bus going through. Shiro, got to be careful as Jimmy plays a smoke. The rest of MOUZ speed up on me. They've been spotted.
Into the vent. Wait, Sway? Sway? Where was he looking? Exertion runs up on him, closes the distance on the rookie. Chopper's going to stem the bleeding, stop the spillover up through the vents. Jimmy's still in a position to make this round weird, and if he can collect that kill on the players watching the vent rotate, he opens up this path into A.
Donk's
not
killed
making himself available. Not yet. Jimmy can hear the adjustments. Fires off on the player under hell. That's given up the aim of the game. Donk, bested short.
Широ. 3-5.
Shiro rotating, gives the info over, the info that wins them the round. Donk swivels, headshots heaven, and MOUZ will not get up that vent for free. Spirit send them packing in that buy round, putting MOUZ back to pistols. Oh. MOUZ have anything to say for this. You can feel the streak starting. Spirit swelling. MOUZ's blood rushing. Hit in their stomach, they feel like they can do nothing right. Look at this stack on top side.
They hear the pitter patter, they hear the footsteps closing in. Brolin might have made it up heaven, but that's info for Spirit. And just
3-6.
so ready for that play. And an immediate timeout after that round. MOUZ have not liked how these last 5 rounds straight have gone. They feel like they're constantly running into numbers. They're constantly running into stacks.
And you could say they had their opportunity in a couple of rounds, getting 5v4s and reset back to lobby onto Dom. Easier said than done. Exertion did what he could, but now it's getting colder. Team Spirit, reason to believe in this 3-0 run. They shocked the world back last year when they did it against FaZe. Breaking records, beating stage guarantees. And a roster change coming into this season looks to cement them yet again. As Dom does what he does best.
Oh, that's despicable. And he always manages to survive. He takes one in the leg here. It won't last long. Jimmy finally on the board thanks to smoke spam. He was 0-6 coming into this round. That 2K is something that MOUZ feel like they have to convert upon. They've got all this space, all this ground.
No one's home.
Only Shiro and Zontix between MOUZ and a breakthrough. Lobby wrap for Zontix. Jimmy on this line gets his first 2 kills of the game on smoke spam. Wrestling for a third, decides against the fight. That leaves him in the prying eyes of Shiro.
Still.
It's a round that usually Spirit might not look to attempt. An awkward team flash there for Zontix. That was supposed to tee up Shiro for the kill that brings them back into the question. Instead, that's a really awkward miss. And these misses are starting to feel like they could cost MOUZ. Time getting low. Time might be low, but there's still time.
Team Spirit!
Heartbreak! As seconds are the difference for MOUZ. And that's how their house of cards comes crumbling down.
Spirit say not even close. Calculated. A heartbreaker for MOUZ. Their way in finally allowed on this T side. And Spirit just swoop in and steal a 6. It's looking meant to be. Laying their legacy in the Lanxess.
Zontix Impact Player 2 килла в 9-м раунде. 260 дамага. Dropping the money, drop the money, dropping the money. Ребята, кто за Spirit, пишите. Spirit, let's go, Spirit.
Jump on the shot. Shiro gets another chance, but Donk is here to help out, and this is the deadly duo. This is the last place you want to go, but MOUZ push forward.
Donk!
Missed shots for Shiro. Could that be a way in? It has to. Down B, Chopper waits. They fall into him. Head ripped off. Chopper
Чоппер!
And if Chopper's gonna get his flag for how Nuke T-side sometimes look for this Spirit Squad, my god, does he deserve his props. This is such a well-called CT half. It's another round where even though MOUZ break through a gamble stack, 2 players in at the ramp room, there's a third, and it's Chopper who plays this as that third piece.
And he showed up individually in this series in a massive way. He's won that pistol clutch on Ancient to start the comeback. He got an ace back on Mirage, albeit against Eco. He's been reliable, especially on CT sides in this grand final. It's always going to be about Donk. But Spirit trying to close the gap.
Тайм-аут берут. MOUZ. Второй тайм-аут за игру. Спирит тоже пользуется этим тайм-аутом.
Have met their maker.
That's something that feels like it only builds to, add to the heartbreak for MOUZ. They beat the team they could never get past. They had a ceiling.
Аж Даниил Крышковец в шоке. Так, слышим мы MOUZ. Жаль, что Спирит не показывают. Донк импакт плеер. 2 килла в 10-м раунде и 227 дамага. Будет сейчас втягиваться под...
To fight back in this final, they've got to finish on that.
You just have to convert one of these rounds where exertion has gotten you the opener. It's not on just anyone either. It's not like he's found Sway on an overstep. He's dealt with Donk, the front man of Spirit. These are the rounds that you have to collect.
Шира!
Spirit double up on the ramp push. Zontics on this line, trying to wrestle for this control.
Мирослав Плохотя! Хершин и Бролан остаются 2 в 3. Звей их убивает! Бролан остается 1. Победа! 8-й раунд для Team Spirit.
That they haven't had the advantage, that they haven't removed Donk for free. And round after round, Spirit claw back, showing depth on this CT side.
Безумно!
Showing there is more to this team. MOUZ pick up pace. All behind the smokes, maybe even in front of them. They drop around the world. Donk puts it onto Spinks. Headshot immediately. Again, 4v5, but the trades come through fluidly. Chopper just swings out and again takes matters into his own hands. Torchy's orb, 2 kills.
That's a crazy wallbang, but might not get remembered. Again, MOUZ have lost this bomb. Continues to just slip out of their grasp in these rounds. The offense is split. Brolin's looking for a solution. Once more, he's racking his brain, trying to figure out where is the gap. If he goes up the vent, he could look to squeeze Sway in main. Got 2 angles to watch. It's a lot of responsibility for Spirit's rookie. Doesn't know which way to look. Right now, focused on Jimmy.
Oh, джемпад!
Jimmy's gonna win it out. That bomb still dropped out in the yard.
How's the comm here? Where's Spirit gonna go? Shiro drops gun to grab something else, but he might meet them. Oh dear, grab that AK, buddy. 25 seconds. A slow clutch for Shiro, hoping they overcook, but they climb heaven. This one looks good. You said 4 might be enough, and sure, this part
15 секунд.
confidence for MOUZ, but that 4th is on their plate.
Everything's building for this to be a MOUZ 4th round. 5 seconds left. Brolin just has to plug in the numbers. He's going to get there with a second to spare. And with this heaven post plant, Shiro running it up the ladder. It's not going to happen. MOUZ, they get that ball. We pose the question, will that be enough? Will Spirit's rough T-sides make another appearance? Or are they going to lift that trophy here and now?
Меняются сторонами Team Spirit и MOUZ. Так. 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 Итак, вторая половина. Кто за Спирит, пишем вперед Спирит, кто за MOUZ, пишем вперед MOUZ.
Spirit have a point to prove. They started off this year with a blowout in a BO5 where they first matched up with that Vitality squad. Well, they're now looking for a run of their own here in Cologne. The second time of asking for this Team Spirit squad, and they're looking to deliver. MOUZ left lagging behind. 4 rounds from their T side. It was 3 off the pistol, 1 in round 12. It's not a lot to go off of. They don't have a lot of room. And Cologne,
Вторая половина.
for no one. Exertion has to have a rip-roaring start in this pistol. It's not a bad way to open. There's the
Первый раунд за маузами.
That's both pistols for MOUZ. No breath of fresh air in this second half.
No easy road to this finish line for Spirit. The door opens up for MOUZ again. The trickery of these T-sides, but I want to see a more inspired Spirit today. I want to see a Spirit playing like the favorites in the final. MOUZ believe they have more to show. In their attempt to do what no one has done before.
Спинкс делает трипл килл.
Been a long time since MOUZ have felt like they've had a vulnerability, something to exploit.
Так.
But this nuke has been shaky ground for Team Spirit to stand on. Looking like we might have a bit of a matchup out here in the yard with Torshi working that secret control. Donk roaming outside. Donk's Bane in exertion back at the garage. Oh, and Torshi's been spotted. Is that a fight you want to try again?
Так.
Is that a peak you feel like going back to? It's not for Torshi. Chunks Donk on the spam. Feel like that's how a lot of Donk's rounds end on this T-side of nuke. He gets so wounded in the cross, but this time he will survive.
Sure, aggressive. He got the spot though. Torshi sees a lineup and Donk shoots him through the corner. Shiro's position known by MOUZ, but can they stop him? That's a different question. Shiro shows an answer.
Ой. 1 в 3. Бомба поставлена, Спинкс идет дефать, похоже. Или нет? Или не идет дефать? Идет дефать, похоже.
Immediately sets a tone. This is not the Spirit from those semi-finals. This is a Spirit feeling well drilled, decisive in their action. Looking for a swift win in this BO5. They remove everything from play.
MOUZ get another buy. Another chance.
They're just running out of time. They're running out of chances. It's so plain for all to see. The Spirit powering towards the finish line.
2 in a row tease them up for the trophy. That Trinity oh so elusive. Even some of the world's best couldn't take it. FaZe found it in a year. Vitality, it took them 2. Na'Vi at their peak. Fnatic all the way back. But this Spirit refuses to die.
Session really juggling plates out here in the yard. He's got a lot of responsibility, and he can't stop them spilling down through.
Воу! 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 Иван Гогензвейх. Вау! Дмитрий Соколов. Шира.
Kills outside, winning the round. Shiro storms into B and sends MOUZ out with nothing to show.
Бролан идет сейвить.
MOUZ get broken up against double digits. It feels like it's meant to be.
Шесть 10 в пользу Team Spirit.
Doing his job. It's not pretty always, but it's enough.
Hero gun on Brolin. Test the ramp. Pistols will answer for the first.
Хороший пуш. Хороший пуш, Даня Донг. Трипл килл. Бролан 1 в 4. И Даня Донг делает свою работу в этом раунде. Spirit win плюс 25. MOUZ loss минус 25. 6-11.
Last place elimination at Cologne last year. That was after picking up the trophy in Katowice. Securing a Shanghai.
Донг. Статистика в 7-м раунде. 3 килла. 300 урона. Импактный плеер.
These guys have been on the grind for the longest time, having to overcome the woes that come with stage Counter-Strike and beating Vitality. This was supposed to be the time for MOUZ. Instead, it's all been about Spirit.
Зонтикс.
Donk will get bested, but there's more heads on the beast. This dragon's growing them back. Sphinx continuing to lob them off.
Широ сзади. 1 в 1. Чоппер против Джимпата. Чоппер против Чоппера. Чоппер убивает Джимпата хедшотом в голову с АК-47. Team Spirit в шаге от победы. Team Spirit в шаге от победы на Кёльне. Пишемся, Spirit. Последний тайм-аут. Берут маузы. Денег нету у маузов. Фанаты Виталити танцуют. Ликуют, можно сказать. Прекрасная игра от Димы Шира. Прекрасная игра от Чоппера.
Run by run. Give it all, boys. Every round, we give it all.
Can MOUZ keep their cool and find their 6 in a row?
Every round they'll give their all, but their all simply might not be enough. Torshi tagged and
Свейх! Иван Гогин! Сейчас буду по именам называть, а не по никам. Ведь это может быть решающий в истории Спирит. Раунд. Иван Гогин убивает Хершина. Team Spirit будут проходить под Б. Ставить пачку под Б. Но они не спешат. Джимпад тут так идут. Они идут. Они решаются идти на Б. Все вместе. Вся команда. Не вся команда. Иван Гогин остается. И Зонтикс контролирует улицу. Джимпад уже на Б. 50 секунд остается. 50 секунд. Донг с Чоппером проходят. Джимпад спрятался, притаился, так сказать. И Бролан помогает Джимпаду. Пришел на поддержку. Тим Спирит рашит. Спинкса почти убивают. Джимпад сгорел. Бролан. 1 в 1. Звейх против Бролана. Звейх! Победа Тим Спирит на турнире. На Кёльне. Тим Спирит выиграют первый раз Кёльн.
They raise the roof again. They break through another ceiling. A questionable roster change. Scared if it was too late.
3-0. Тим Спирит. Победители.
They may have beat their most formidable foe, their biggest demon, so they thought. A streak of vitality. MOUZ smashed them in the semi-final, but they weren't ready for the glory. They weren't ready to take down Spirit. Another Intel Extreme Masters 3-0 victory on the biggest of stages for Team Spirit.
And as Sway takes his steps down the catwalk towards the chalice, one of the most prominent pieces of silverware in Counter-Strike history. In his debut tournament with Team Spirit, he walks the same path that Donk did that year ago in Katowice. The dark cloud of Donk dominance descends upon the world of Counter-Strike again. A player who stands in a category
Тим Спирит.
the likes of which the world has never seen. Ladies and gentlemen, your IEM champions!
Ай. Фотографируем все. Тим Спирит, победителя Кёльна 2025. Радуемся все, особенно Таганрог. Таганрог радуется больше всех за Спирит. Недавно они радовались за Доту 2, где выиграли тоже Спирит турнир. Шира выучил английский язык. Если вы не знаете, о чем речь, вбейте в поиск Шира Cloud9 интервью. У него там спрашивали: Шира, как тебе матч? И он говорил: я вообще не понимаю по-английски. Но тут он выучил английский язык. Тим Спирит с победой, да, Тим Спирит с победой.
Yes, of course, because it's major tournament, one of the biggest arena in the world. Good supports from everyone there. Thank you for cheering us. It's really important for me because it's nice. Thank you all team, thank you organization. A lot of people work and help us. Thank you everyone.
Даня в своей легендарной рубашке.
My teammates is amazing. I don't know. I play with best player in the world, best sniper, one of the best players. I don't know. It's amazing to play with this team, and also our coach. It's beast. It's 0.5% of our team. He do a lot of work. I think it's amazing to win this tournament.
Is there any final thing you want to say to the arena? Do you want to say something? Final note to the arena?
Thank you everyone who's coming and see the show. I really liked a lot of people cheering for us. It's really nice to play here, boys. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you all so much. One more time for your 2025 IEM Cologne Champions Team Spirit.
Даня Донг плачет от победы. И поднимают трофей они.
Stone cold killers on stage tonight. Donk and his disciples hoist their first ever Cologne trophy. This roster's first ever outing and Zway's first ever time on a stage this grand. Jason, Spirit making history.
Первый кубок в истории. Первый вообще в жизни Ивана Гогина Звейха. Первый кубок для Team Spirit в роли IEM Кёльн, вообще Кёльна и IEM. Чоппер расписывается. Зонтикс. Шира.
He's the most experienced player outside of him, and then you have Donk, who is in his second year, Zway kind of rookie second year. Zontik's the same thing. They won so much in just a year and a half. They have a major Cato and Cologne under their belt. It's just crazy how much they've been able to win in a short amount of time.
It's insane because you look at certain players and they're only ever able to achieve one of those in their career. Donk, he's already done and got all three under his belt.
Yeah, it's just a question of how much he'll continue to win, I guess, for the rest of his career. For now, though, I think it's very impressive for Spirit to win in the fashion they do as well. They were by far the better team tonight. I guess we were hoping.
Донг плачет. Шира плачет. Лёня плачет.
Jason, you put it yourself, you know, they can beat anyone. They can beat any team out there. Nothing is ever impossible for this kid.
I mean, look at the respect he's got for the moment of what he's just accomplished as well. That's an incredible sight for someone who's been an absolute menace since he stepped in, and he's been so dominant since he stepped in.
Все плачут.
The trophies just mean everything. The individual accolades cannot stand up to winning a trophy like Cologne.
He doesn't say much in interviews, but he doesn't have to. You see it all on the server. You see what he's like. You see that he lives this game through and through, what it means to compete. You can tell how much it hurts when you're not up there, when you don't
Обычный.
to fight for that trophy. And even though he's young,
Обычный 18-летний парень из Томска. Донг становится MVP турнира в Кёльне.
Chopper, there's no one who can appreciate this moment more.
And this is a moment where I just look at Donk once again, right? I'm just throwing it back to the interview I did with him when, upon his arrival in the semi-final, said, how does it feel to be in the Lang set? He said, I get the same feelings of when I first arrived in the Spodek. And guess what he went and did? The exact same thing that he did in his first time in the Spodek and Cato.
It's just fantastic to see Donk. It's fantastic to see himself, you know, unfold himself on the server.
Это было прекрасно. 18-летний парень из Томска за 1,5 года смог взять IEM Кёльн, IEM Катовицы и мажор. И везде стал МВП.
I mean, they've all said that we don't want to be second. We don't care about second place. It adds no value. They've been second place all year now, and they're ready for that next step. And I don't want to take it away because these are 5-6 guys on that MOUZ team who also live and breathe the game. Probably felt like what an incredible accomplishment.
Награждение Team Spirit сейчас будет.
And just gutting and heartbreaking to watch it ripped away from them.
I think, unfortunately, your fear came true, right? They just seem to have spent themselves so much emotionally, taking down Vitality that I'm not saying they weren't prepared coming into today, but when things started going against them, they didn't have enough in the tank to shake it off, to come back into this final.
Из твоих разглядов свою первую медаль в жизни на про, на тир 1 турнире.
For MOUZ, this is going to be a really tough one to have to sit here and endure as Spirit catch all the accolades.
And cheers from the arena as that medal goes around.
И смотрим же награждение Донка как MVP игрока.
Even step foot inside the line says that is how much an achievement, how much emotion they must be feeling right now.
Yeah, it's a legendary place to play Counter-Strike. It's something that we grew up with. You know, everyone watching Counter-Strike, all the aspiring pros that is playing today and who want to make it pro in the future, they watch these tournaments and they dream and think and vision themselves standing on this stage one day. For Donk to do it in the fashion he's done, you know, to just burst into the scene and basically get every single accolade he can get in such a short time, that's fantastic. But make no mistake, for Sway as well coming into this lineup. A couple of weeks ago, a month ago, he was playing on a team that very few people inside this arena even knew existed. Now he's won IEM Cologne.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was the stage, I don't know if it was the moment, I don't know if it was maybe this run throughout the entire group stage in this team, but it felt like in the finals he finally started to feel a little bit more comfortable and where he was positioned and when he could make his plays. I think it's awesome he gets to have the final kill to actually win the trophy. Nothing special, nothing spectacular, but I guarantee he remembers that 20 years.
Well, we speak about the individuals. Let's find out who is our DHL MVP. I don't think there's going to be any surprise here, Yanko. Can we reveal who it is? I think it might be Donk. I think it might just be Donk.
I think in a situation in which they even don't win the final, he maybe ends up getting the MVP. I mean, he's just a phenom, and we haven't seen anything like him so far in Counter-Strike.
It's crazy, right? The amount of resilience he's able to put up, the amount of numbers he's able to post on the server as well, Jacob. Just beautiful from Donk.
He is arguably the best player in the world right now, and he's playing like it every single time he takes on the server.
Well, let's check in with him on the stage.
Донк идет награждаться MVP игроком Кёльна. Фух.
Your DHL MVP, Donk!
Поздравляем Донка.
Reaction, can you tell the people here why this victory is so important to you? You didn't understand me. That we saw how important it was on the stage and how emotional you got. Can you tell everyone here how important this win is?
Шира снимает.
I don't know, I was ready to give up after we lost in 2024 and gain top 16. And now 1 year later I'm being this tournament. And it was very emotional for me and very important.
It's beautiful to see. What do you think about getting another MVP?
Nice, but the trophy is more important.
Yes, trophy is much more important. Is there anything you want to say to everyone? There's so many Donk signs here.
Thank you guys for cheering me and my team. I love you.
Woo!
I mean, that says it all, doesn't it, Yanko? Yeah, sure, he takes home an MVP for himself, but it's the trophy that he gets with his team, because this is Donk's family, right? He embodies team spirit.
Absolutely it is, and just having the, you know, focus on, it's about the team accolades, it's a team sport, you can't win on your own, no matter how much he set up and supported and how big of a part he is of team spirit, he couldn't do it alone, right? And always having that awareness, even at such a young age, to focus on the big picture, it's impressive to see.
It's very impressive. Every single time he plays Counter-Strike, you can just mechanically see that he's very gifted. Emotionally, sometimes it gets to him, and you saw that right here as well. It's nice to see Donk showing emotions. It's nice to see how much it actually matters to him, not only to win the trophy, but also to be the MVP.
Just an incredible player throughout his entire tenure. As soon as he entered Tier 1, we have Donk joining us up here for a couple of words. I'm sure you have so many emotions going through your head, but can you just let us in of what you're feeling right now?
I'm very proud of my team and our organization for like helping us to do this performance, I would say, and it was very exciting to play here in this arena. It's my first time here and it was great.
When I said to you in the interview yesterday, when you arrived for the semi-finals, you got the same feeling as when you first arrived in Spodek.
Yes.
Is this feeling maybe a little bit better?
Probably yes. Because like it was a hard work.
Yeah.
Don, congratulations, another trophy, another MVP. I'm just wondering, were you a little bit surprised how quickly you guys were able to lift the trophy? You just made the roster change, and already you're in a situation where you're winning IEM Cologne.
So our coach Hali said after a couple of days of practice that if we will pass the group stage, it will be amazing result for us. And we won a championship, so probably it was surprising for us, but it's fine. We're happy to have this kind of surprises.
Do you agree with that, with what Hal is saying, that it would have been enough just to get in the playoff? Or I assume every time you play a tournament, you want to win?
Yeah, sure. Every time that I'm playing any tournament, I want to win, and I want to have it like flawless victory, I would say. And like our practice, I wouldn't say it was perfect. We were losing a lot and losing to weaker teams, so we didn't have such confidence before this like group stage and playoffs.
A flawless final it was for you guys. A couple of
Ширость смотрит в телефоне.
It's the first time they see him as well.
Смотрим на видео, как они выиграли.
What did you say?
Sway, your new player in Spirit, yeah, a lot of people in here don't know him. Is that a nice guy to play with and something that has helped you out winning the trophy as well?
Yes, it's nice to play with him. He's a young, and he has a great future, a bright future in my team. So he's calm, but he still, I think, feels some pressure, and he needs time to get used to it. But it's fine. He's young.
I want to ask you about, you played MOUZ plenty of times last season. It was always close games, a lot of overtimes. Even in this tournament before, it was an overtime. What made it so that in the final you guys were able to beat them so convincingly?
So I think we were in good shape. We really were amazing today. We were good at communicating and aiming at anything, hitting, doing the right calls. But from their side, I think the semi-finals against Vitality, it was for them final, and they just couldn't bring the same energy from semi-finals to the finals against us.
Considering the first half of the year, it was all about Vitality. Is the second half of the year going to be Team Spirit?
We'll see, hopefully, yes.
Finally, Donk, is there anybody that you want to thank watching at home? Anybody here in the arena? I'll let you have your say.
No, thanks everyone who supporting me, who helping me to... Yeah, that's it. Who supports me, I love all people who helps me, and that's it.
Thank you so much, John. Congratulations once again. I'll let you get on your way and celebrate with your team, because we do have one more very special surprise. It is time to discover what is the revelation.
Это легендарные моменты CSGO и CS2.
Wait, Cologne! 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 Cologne, is that what we want? Do we want a major? You're absolutely right, we want a major. Clone, it's a lot to think about. The last time a major here, I'm pretty sure Fallen did it 2 times over. But in this motion, the history, the lineage, the prestige, the intersecting storylines, all of the fixins for what will be 2026 already in Counter-Strike will now also be the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne Major in 2026. Personally, that's exciting. I can't be the only one here that's excited for that.
На этом можно заканчивать. Всем спасибо за стрим. Всем. Ребята. Нет, мы не заканчиваем стрим. Мы стрим не заканчиваем. Мы стрим не заканчиваем. Ведь мы... Сейчас кое-что сделаем.
Cologne, make some noise! You're gonna have a major in 2026! Can you believe it? Because I can, and I'm looking forward to it the most. Let's head back to the desk.
10 years in the making, the major finally returns to Cologne. We were here all the way back in 2016 for the last time. It was a major, Yanko. Now, next year, we get to crown it once again.
It's incredibly exciting. You know, on one hand, Cologne became a major of its own, right outside of the circuits, really, but for a 10-year anniversary, to bring it all the way back and give it that little, you know, sprinkle on top of everything else, I think is extremely exciting.
It may sound ridiculous to say, right? I think winning a major in itself would always be a great achievement for a Counter-Strike player. It's what everyone dreams about, but if there ever was a major to win now for some of the players who've won it before, it would be the one run next year. Winning Cologne and winning it as a major, that's instant legendary status.
That's a nice 2-for-1 special there. Yeah, I mean, look, there's no other circuit that can do this. I got the same chills walking in here a couple days ago for rehearsal that I did in 2015, the first time we stepped foot in here. Like, this arena is special. The Counter-Strike, having it be a major just makes it more so.
Jacob, are you going to go back to competing? Because it went so well for you back in 2016, no?
I mean...
Так. Так. Ладно, всем спасибо за стрим, всем удачи, всем пока! Очень был крутой стрим. Блин, надеюсь, всем понравилось. Блин, реально. Такая игра. Блин, спасибо.